Sorry about that, viewers. I'm going into the thing right now. I'll explain in a second why I'm late.
We started the stream.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the
There we
stream
go.
just started.
Alrighty. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to episode 45, our post E3 wrap up here. Gentlemen, how are we all doing today after E3?
Kind of half and half because I didn't get what I wanted to see, but I saw something else which kind of made it a little better. But yeah.
Adam, how are you doing?
The lighting changed in here.
Good, fantastic. Kevin, how you doing?
Yeah. What?
How you doing? Ah,
Ooh, how you doing?
I mean, it's I'm doing fine. I mean, I'm still waiting to see if Sony decides to do something, but I mean, if they don't, well, they're sore losers.
Yeah. Well, what?
Maybe they're the winners.
Right.
They're terrible.
I mean,
They're
Not going to this
how
dreadful
E3 went,
convention.
it was kind of overall.
It's kind of
I
dreadful.
gotcha. Was there anything out that stuck out in the conference, or was the whole thing just overall, bleh?
Oh, there were some high points.
Okay.
And there were some low points. We'll get to those too. And
Gotcha,
some
absolutely.
management points. We'll get to that.
All right. So as everybody can tell, we got a jam-packed evening here. This is episode 45. We're going to be going over our thoughts on E3, how we felt, and just like Kevin said earlier, our anger management points, low points, high points. Kind of going to go around here and just see how everybody's what everybody's thoughts are, or we can just do a Spitfire round if you want to do that. We just start firing off
How are we going to
things.
structure this? We're going to go by like.
I think the first thing we should do is kind of go over to points, Adam, if we want to go over our little system
I don't know
here.
how I did Nintendo. Nintendo was a hot mess for me.
So I mostly played Minecraft. Started up Subnautica. That was pretty cool. Had a couple issues with my hands, so I didn't really play much video games, but that's really what I've played. Oh, I bought Far Cry New Dawn. Gonna play that with Turtle one day. And then
Turtle.
And then played a little Operation Tango with him last week.
Turtle.
Played a Pwogi game. Kevin, what is it called?
Pwogi, yeah. I don't know.
Played one of those.
Called, something about phrases.
Yeah, just the phrase. Something like that. Played that with Kevin. He got a platinum, so. Yeah.
Nice.
Kevin, what'd you play?
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. It's usually how we start these.
For that?
Yeah, we do, surprisingly.
No. Oh, God.
Okay. The hell have I played? I don't know.
Alright, we don't have time. Let's stop. That's enough.
Alright.
Stop it. No, go.
Yeah, we have a lot of.
No, we didn't talk about it last week. I'm sure everyone's curious. Why not? Who cares? Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
2, Ratchet & Clank, Destiny 2.
How's the season for Destiny going so far?
It's not great.
No time for questions. Keep going.
It's yeah. What else did I play? I played more than that. Played the Poggy game.
You mentioned Minecraft already?
Ooh, Minecraft. Had some fun remaking a world in caves and cliffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, we got
ideas.
I was playing more of that today.
Building.
I got a bunch of ideas too, but we'll talk about that after the stream.
Ooh, sweet. I'm ready. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. As far as I'm aware.
Desinoto, what you do?
Oh, wait. Serious Sam 4 on sale. Half off on Steam. Bought that. Haven't played it yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What'd you do, Desinoto? What'd you play?
Hold on. I played... What did I play? Demon Souls. As usual.
Shocking. Yeah, shocking.
Almost done with the platinum. Almost there.
Oh, damn.
Really?
That's actually really well done.
Almost.
Family show.
I'll believe it when I see it. Pretty sure I said the F-bomb like 4 minutes ago, so it's okay. We're gonna be okay.
The only ones I'm missing, the only trophies I'm missing is getting all the rings, getting all the spells, the miracles, and a couple, or I think one specific way to kill a boss. There's trophies for that too that are like scattered.
Yeah.
And then
now to get all the spells and miracles, do you have to start as certain classes, or is that available to everybody?
It's available to everybody because it's only based on that you can trade in souls to get spells, and you can also trade in boss souls to get spells.
Oh, okay.
So to get everything, you technically need 3 whole playthroughs of the game, but you could do it with 2 if you do the buy the spells, upload your save data, buy the spells, download your save data, and do that for each of the people.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because then you only have to clear out one of them at a time to get each trophy.
Right.
So I think I will actually just do that. I don't know if that's if save scumming is considered cheating for trophies, but otherwise I'd have to go through New Game Plus 2, which I mean I don't really mind doing that, but it'd be a whole another like 20, 30 hours probably.
Right.
Trying to just get through that.
Yeah, if it's a great
Took me long enough getting through New Game Plus, even though I'm pretty strong. It's just dying just randomly.
Yeah.
Really slows down your progress.
Dying does seem does usually slow things
down. Yeah.
Ah.
But I think that's mostly it. Didn't really play much else.
Okay.
Cool. Fantastic.
Sweet.
Oh, what I play? I had a grand old time actually playing a little game called Horizon Zero Dawn. I believe I had said on this podcast, and it was recorded, that I was going to make that my sole mission to finish and complete before Horizon 2. And I am happy to say I have platinumed the game. I beat the game. It is an amazing title. It has now officially become one of my most beloved PlayStation 4 titles. And I'm so sorry that I didn't give this game a chance earlier. I gave it 3, and third time was a charm, I guess. So, fantastic A++ game. Cannot wait for the second one now. Watching that trailer now means so much more to me than it originally meant. Such a good game. Played Minecraft. Started up Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank's been a blast so far. Loving it so far, except for that one stupid level that I had to do with 25 enemies and having to kill them with an enforcer. There's so many bullets. It's like Returnal. I don't understand why there's so many bullets. Kevin, maybe you might have an easier time doing that because you're a pro in Returnal.
Right. No, I'm on a higher difficulty than you. It'll probably be a nightmare.
Are you? Which difficulty are you playing?
I'm on the hardest.
Oh, I'm one right underneath you, so I'm playing the.
I had Adam look up. I'm like, hey, are there any difficulty trophies? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, cool, hardest, got it.
Yeah, you did do that. I don't know why, but you know.
I did the same thing, and I was like, all right, I'll just do the harder difficulty, not the hardest. I'll do the harder one though.
Oh yeah, I went straight to hardest.
Yeah, I was gonna try that, and I was like, nah, I might do this. I might Resident Evil 2 myself at that point then.
I haven't died in combat since the beginning, when I died like 7 times trying to remember how to dodge things.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't died in actual combat, only in that ridiculous match that I had to do the 25 dudes. That's when I kept dying over and over and over again.
I have killed myself repeatedly trying to like platform, or being like, I think I can make that jump. Oh, turns out I can't make that jump. All right. Oh, I'm dead.
Also, sometimes you're doing it on purpose.
I was going in places that I wasn't supposed to go yet, and I was like, oh my god, I'm getting to these places by just doing things I shouldn't be doing at this point in time, but okay.
Those games are
Played Minecraft. I think I mentioned that already. I just started up right before the stream the Final Fantasy Origins demo for the Stranger of Paradise. Really interested in that game now. The first, I want to say, hour of it, I was not interested. The second hour of it, I completely changed my mind because the game has so many different mechanics that it introduces. As soon as you get maybe another armor set, and then just overall, the gameplay itself gets so much deeper than what it looks like on the surface. And I think I'm very interested in that. But well, let's see. Time is going to tell because the game still requires quite a bit of polish, and it's only a 2022 release date. I don't know how much polish they're going to get in before that. But overall, I think I'm sure they can. But you know, when I'm comparing it to Final Fantasy 15 and 7 Remake, those two games look so polished and so well compared to this. I don't know if they're trying to go for that.
Mess in this game, but like, if they're just working with the low textures to like make the game, upscaling that is not hard, nor time consuming.
I would assume so, as well as if they're trying to save resources just to focus on combat and stuff like that. I mean, the main aspect of that game, I think, is going to be just refined combat because that's something that, you know, is the main selling point of that game, I think. But yeah, I think that's what I played so far. If I missed anything, I'm sorry. But
you should be.
Otherwise, Adam, how do you want to go about this? You want to go over the point system first? Do we want to go do that, or you just want to talk about E3 so far?
We'll go over the point system first, just okay, so we can get that out of the way and not be like constrained and go whatever. But I say we first start with Nintendo since that was today, and you know we're not gonna just let that go, you know. So, and we're gonna start with you, Genesis, with your column. I need help on this, by the way. So I have a couple things. First, there was a random prediction that I made. I said Devolver Digital Showcase is insane. I looked at that and I was like, it was insane, too vague, so disqualified. So I crossed no point for me. So just a heads up there.
Yep.
So just letting you know. That's to prove I'm a fair and accurate judge. Nobody got any points. I got all the points. That's the end. That's it. No more. All right. Well.
Yeah. There you go.
Good podcast. Cool. Call it a date now. Genesis, your first prediction was open with Pokemon Legends gameplay. Comes out 2022. None of this happened.
No.
And then your next one was Switch Pro is shown. There's going to be updates with graphic features. And then you also said ports of third parties, Sizzle Reel, Pokemon Legends update, release date Q2 2022, $3.99. So there were a lot of ports of third parties, but I'm tempted to give you no points because that was shoved into your pro talk, and I just want to hear from the panel if anybody's got an objection
to that. For me,
that's
fair enough. That's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Kevin, you can't say I guess like that, not like...
I mean, how, okay, no, here's the kicker. Punctuation, how's that working for this?
Literally every time he said something, I put a comma.
So where's the comma?
Right after updated graphic features, comma, ports of third parties, comma, Sizzle Reel, comma, and then it just keeps going.
I give a little credit for it if it's a separate like thought almost. It's
a separate thought that was supposed to be part of this pro thing, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 thoughts in this one prediction. Sure. Do I give him 1/9 of a point? Are we giving him 1/9? Is that what we're doing? What is 1/9 in decimal?
0.11.
Okay, cool.
You get to it.
Point.
You to 0.99. So.
Doing 0.11. Congratulations, Genesis. You got 0.11.
I appreciate it. Thank
Kevin
you.
Kevin fought for you. I don't know why.
I appreciate it, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Oh, now I got a dad. Hold on. 3. Yeah, math. And then your next one, more Switch Pro stuff. No, all of it was incorrect. It was the like enhanced multiplayer. It was all like what it does to games. Then you said Breath of the Wild 2, Then you said
Mhm.
comes out 2022 Q2. You said 10 to 12 minutes segment, gameplay enhancements, and then you also said copy of Horizon Forbidden West. I gave you a quarter of a point because Breath of the Wild 2 was there. So, congrats. Everything else incorrect.
Okay.
Or not announced, I should say, because it could be Q2 of 2022. We just don't know.
I'll take it.
You said new Mario game spin-off or remake, Super Mario Sunshine 2022 launch window. Should he get a point because there's a Mario Party and that's technically a new Mario game? Or because it says spin-off or remake, it's kind of a remake, the new Mario Party, because it's old Mario Party maps.
Yeah.
So some of his stuff, I'm like, he said so many things, you know what I mean? Genesis, what do you think?
I think
I mean,
personally, when he said Mario spin-off, he was going for more of like the platformer Mario.
I
Okay.
was. So if I was you, I wouldn't give me the point for that particular thing.
Like Mario Party is kind of its own established series
Yeah.
at this point, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I will give no points. You then said
Okay.
partnership with Capcom, Xbox, or Ubisoft. New Smash is Dante, Master Chief, or Sam Fisher. No.
I should have just said,
Nope.
Tekken or somebody. God,
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
And then you said if Master Chief Game Pass integration for Switch Pro Q2 favorite Xbox titles through streaming. Not again. You
None of
made
it.
that one hinder on the other one. So no. Bayonetta 3, no release at all. First teaser, still alive. CGI snippets. Nothing. And then
Yeah, no Bayonetta. That was surprising.
this one was sad. Release Metroid Prime Collection remastered 4K 60 frames per second, launch for Switch Pro, all 3 games. Metroid Prime 2 multiplayer will be included as separate game mode, 8 players online. None of that.
What a joke.
No.
And then your closer of the cutscene of Metroid Prime 3 where the ship flies off and then Metroid Prime 4, no, it's not happening. So you
I
got
should have said something with the 2D Metroid because I was thinking of it that day
Yeah.
and I should have said it. But
you got a
it's
total
okay.
of
I didn't think they were gonna do it.
0.36. 0.36
You know,
for Nintendo.
I'm proud of that 0.36.
And out of 10, honestly, not terrible. You beat other people. All right?
I don't know who I beat with 0.36, but okay.
Kevin, you said Mario Kart 9 trailer. No.
Nope. No.
Mario
shocked.
or Metroid Prime 4, 20 minutes of gameplay. In
Nope.
some world, maybe, but not this world. Switch Pro, hour of gameplay. No.
No.
Zelda 99/30. Nope. I like that idea.
It was also 35th anniversary.
Yeah. Well, it all worked out.
It's fine. Yeah.
You then said Breath of the Wild 2, 20 plus minutes of gameplay, Q1 2022. I gave you a third of a point because you said Breath of the Wild 2, and it was there.
Yep.
So,
all right.
You then said Axiom Verge Deep Dive, probably at prior show, 10 plus minutes of gameplay. I also gave you 1/3 of a point because you said probably at prior show. Even though it didn't appear here, you did confirm that it would be at a prior show, so I counted it. You then said Mario Golf Super Rush, 10 minutes of gameplay,
Yep.
mode shown never before seen. So,
Yep.
I don't know if any modes were shown that's never been seen. Does anybody know?
Okay, here's the thing. I do. However, are we including Treehouse?
I said I would, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so yeah, include
because they
Treehouse.
included this mode. I don't know what it was called because I just kind of thumbed through it. But there was a mode where you were literally like fighting a boss and running around in the course. That was never in a Mario Golf game.
So, how many minutes did they show? Do you know? No.
It was on Treehouse for a hot minute. They played like a whole match. They played on multiple courses. They had that mode. It was up for like at least 20 minutes, I think.
All right. I'm going to take Kevin's word for it. I'm going to take Kevin's word for it, unless somebody else wants to be a hero and do some work.
There really wasn't much actually shown at Treehouse. It was Metroid Dread was at the beginning and the end for some reason.
That is
Mario
strange.
Golf was one of the games. Monster Hunter was one of the games they played. Oh, what was the second thing? Can't remember what the second game was, but they played that game for a long time too. Mario Party, they played like an entire freaking match. They had to go on for like 40 minutes.
All right. I'm giving you a full point for that one then, since that was all at Treehouse. There we go.
Yeah.
Anyways, your next one was Bayonetta 3. Oh, I said that weird. Bayonetta 3
Yeah,
gameplay
yeah.
reveal, 10 plus minutes, November 2021. Nope. You then said Mario and Rabbids 2 trailer with gameplay, XCOM mechanics. There was a trailer, showed gameplay, and it confirmed the XCOM mechanics. You got a full point for that.
But it wasn't at Nintendo. Do I really get that?
No, it was at Nintendo. There was a trailer at
Oh,
Nintendo.
they showed it again.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
they
Okay.
did. Yeah, I double dipped on this
Okay.
one. And then you said 7-minute segment on Virtual Console, new games, IDK what? I didn't give you any points on that. There was not.
Yeah,
There
I
was.
don't think they did the Virtual Console at all.
They might have talked about it, but it wasn't a whole segment. So your total, you got 2.66 points.
Yeah.
Desunoto, it's not good.
Wow.
You said Metroid Prime 4 trailer and game. No, none of that's true. 3D Donkey Kong multiplayer. No. Splatoon 3 trailer
Nintendo
gameplay.
sucks.
No.
Okay. The fun fact:
Splatoon
Mario
was a
Golf
good call.
Super Rush, Mario Golf Super Rush gameplay demo from Treehouse, 40 minutes.
It's too long. Kevin, you only said 10. No, it doesn't matter. You then said Zelda Ocarina of Time remake teaser. No, not there.
That would have been a super good one.
You said Breath of the Wild 2 in-depth gameplay, only Switch Pro Q2. So your first sentence is Breath of the Wild 2 in-depth gameplay, but also everyone said Breath of the Wild 2 was going to be there, so I still gave you 0.33 of a point. So
Yay.
be happy. Give me a happy sound. That's close enough. Then you said Pokemon Arceus or say it, whatever the hell. Much better trailer. No, none of that. And then you were so close, man. You were so close. You said a Fatal Frame collection, possibly all 5, remastered to 1080p with a trailer. No. If you said a remaster of one of them, that would have. Oh man, shame. Bravely Default 2.
Oh, man.
I didn't see anything about that. If anybody wants to correct me, if I'm wrong, is that
Nope, nothing.
no? All right. And then you said Star Fox game teaser. Again, no. And then you
I thought
said.
that was a really good one too, but no.
And then you said new Fire Emblem teaser. I didn't see that either. Does anybody?
Nope.
Was that not there? All right. You got.
I read through a list of games and I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see that. You got 0.33. Genesis beat you by 0.03. All right. And then for me, I said new Donkey Kong is shown. Nope. I said Splatoon 3 Deep Dive. Nope. Switch Pro. Nope. And then I said Breath of the Wild 2 will be shown. And then I said not coming till March. March for Switch Pro. 0.33 again. And then I said Metro Prime 4 shown off. No, it was not. If I just said they talked about it, I would have been a hero. I said Pokemon Legends Arceus is not shown. Full point for me, because that was not shown. And then I said Mario Golf trailer is shown, just reminding everyone exists. And that's exactly what they did at the conference. So full point again. And then I said Super Mario Odyssey 2 is teased at the end. No, it was not. And then another one I need help with. I said new Mario Party online up to 20 or more players, possible teams. I don't know what is correct on this and what is incorrect.
New
A
Mario
quarter
Party,
of a point.
100% there's teams.
Okay, it couldn't be a quarter of a point because there was 3 sentences. So that's not how that works.
Well, no, you said new Mario Party,
1,
up to 20 players,
2.
online.
No. Online up to 20 or more players. That's one sentence.
Oh, okay.
And
So
then possible
sorry.
teams.
So,
I don't. Were there teams
okay,
announced?
a third.
Anybody know anything about
I
that?
didn't see a team, but I would assume they go
okay,
by the
hold
same
on,
Mario
hold on.
Party.
That's actually an interesting question. Didn't Mario Party have like teams and like some mini game craziness?
Well, then if it already had it, then no points. So 0.33 for the total there.
Oh, okay, then 0.33.
Yeah, because if it was already there, you can't predict. Yeah, definitely not online 20 players. That was a really dumb prediction, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't just say like 4 because you probably got.
Well, I wanted to be bold with it. So
it was bold.
Thank you.
Gotta be bold.
And then I also said, Mario and Rabbids 2 shown off, and then I said release September 2021. Half of that was wrong, half a point. And I got 3.21 points in total.
Nice.
So,
Congrats. That means you win. I'm pretty sure.
Hold on.
You win the whole thing.
We talked about this off camera, but I would just want to go over real quick. Ubisoft, Kevin had a total of 1.75 points because he said Riders Republic would be there. He also said For Honor with DLC and map. And then he also said Rainbow Six Siege Extraction would be shown off. And that added up to 1.75 points. Genesis and Desunoto got no points. Because they were wild with their predictions. Desunoto more so because he only had 2. And then I said Mario and Rabbids 2 would be there. It's the only thing I got 100% correct, and I got 1 point for it. EA didn't have
double dip on that, though.
I did double dip. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Koch Media was awful. Kevin had 11 predictions. He got absolutely none correct.
Yep.
And then here we go with random. Random is a little... This is where Genesis starts to make a comeback. So you said Squeenix deal with Sony, lots of exclusives, non-acquisitions. So I give you half a point for Squeenix deal with Sony because of that demo. That demo gave you half a point because that is a deal with Sony because it's not on any other console. So congrats.
I appreciate it.
Your next prediction was Reverse shown, available now, Village DLC with daughter. I gave you a third of a point because Reverse was shown. It was about 8 seconds, but it was shown. And then the next...
Did I not...
Yeah, did I not get... Too?
Yeah, did I not get anything with the DLC? But it's not with the daughter, I know that, so that part of it is wrong. Is it with the daughter?
It's not with the daughter.
In the clip they showed. She's literally in the clip.
They didn't show any clip for the DLC.
What are you talking? Yes, they did.
No, they didn't. They literally just put some text up saying DLC is coming, and then they first showed a trailer for Resident Evil Village, and then they put text up saying that a DLC is coming.
No, there were scenes in between those two things.
Find the clip, send it to me.
Do this to get another 50th of a point, a half a point.
No. Yeah, we'll wait then. We'll wait on that. And then you said, the next thing you were right, you said Elden Ring release year gameplay shown in depth. 0.75 of a point wasn't in depth. But you still was there. And most of the things you said.
Did Bandai Namco have anything to show? I know their show was at 5:30 or something. Did anything happen on that? Or
Guys, I totally forgot to watch that.
They had that new game from the same people who made Man of Medan.
Oh, oh God, what's the name? It's House of Ashes.
Yeah, they were showing that, and that's all they showed. That's literally, they only showed one game. And then that was it.
Perfect.
Okay, good. We didn't miss anything. Awesome.
Genesis, no points for House of Ashes. You didn't say anything about it.
Okay.
You said Forspoken gameplay. That's all you said. That showed up. It was literally a trailer, and it had about 2 seconds of Forspoken gameplay, but that counts. It was shown. That's 1 point.
That's a point?
That's a point. You said it would be there. Nobody else said it would be there, so nobody else got a point.
All right, well.
So,
I'll take it,
currently, you're at 3.33 until Kevin proves that you deserve more.
This is 3.33 out of what, 30?
You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 predictions.
Okay. It's not as bad as I thought.
No, don't. Right. Yeah, I mean, don't be upset. I mean, you had more predictions than everybody.
I think this is definitely one of my worst years, though. I've had better years.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we all did bad.
Yeah, one of my worst.
And then Kevin, you said RE Village DLC, and then Reverse available now. You got half a point because Village DLC was shown or talked about at least. You said Elden Ring trailer, no gameplay. I gave you a quarter of a point. We talked about that. And then you said Axiom Verge 2 trailer with gameplay. Release date all platforms, including Switch. You got 0.66 of a point because it did not show the release date. So, and then your total is 1.41 in total for random. And then Desunoto, you said Reverse shown, July/August. You got 1 point. You got 1 full point for that.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna. I went through this and I saw that and I was like, my man called it. And then you also said,
blacked out. You're right, Adam. There was no actual footage for the DLC.
Yeah, they showed like a trailer and stuff. The only reason I remember that so vividly is because I was like, did they just show a PowerPoint slide for the DLC? Like, what the hell was that? That conference was bananas, Kevin.
It was being worked out. Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah.
I swear I saw like something for it, but I can't find it now in that
document for it was very strange. But yeah, they showed a weird ass trailer for it, but for the actual game, and then jumped in PowerPoint. We're making it cool.
It was random scenes from Village with like a voiceover that I don't know if it took place in the game or not.
They said like they were just talking about like the reaction to Resident Evil Village has been exceeded our expectations by blah 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 blah. Anyways, and then Destinodi said Elden Ring gameplay shown release date, another full point for random. You got 2 full points. And then I said I'm only reading the correct predictions, not going through all the garbage ones. For me, I said Guardians of the Galaxy game revealed doesn't tie in with Avengers. 1 full point, because it doesn't tie in with the Avengers. My next prediction was the Avengers Black Panther DLC shown fall. I got another full point. And then I also said Forspoken shown off again. 1 full point, because it was showed for that 2 seconds. I said Harry Potter will not be shown. Another full point.
Oh my god.
I like I said before, Devolver Digital Showcase is insane. That's obvious, so I disqualified that because it was too vague. You guys should have questioned me more, but whatever. And then I said Elden Ring and gameplay shown. I only gave myself half a point. We talked about this. It's because everybody else was way more specific with their stuff. That's why it was all there. It was a shared prediction, but I didn't go as concentrated with it. So I only got half a point. So for random, I got 4.5 points.
Okay. Well then.
And then Xbox, we talked about, again, we're just going to go through the ones we got correct. Genesis, we'll start with you again. You said the opening was Halo Infinite, looks good. We went through this to death. You got 0.25 of a point. Do you want to continue to argue about this? You want to move on with your life?
Nah, the 0.25 is fine.
Good. And then you also said start with Bethesda showcase. That was correct. You said Starfield shown. That also was correct. And then you said a bunch of stuff that was incorrect. And then you also said a new IP, which they did show. So you got half a point. And then you gave this whole thing about the Xbox updates and features and improvements and VRR tech system software and game updates. I gave you a 1/4 of a point for game updates because game updates were there, very vague, but it was also in this like paragraph of words. So I was very lenient this year. You said remastered Crysis shown, bought Crytek, Crysis 4 keys, exclusive Xbox and PC. You didn't get any of this right. I just wanted to bring that up because that was one of your bold predictions.
That should have been there. That would have been.
I agree.
For Microsoft.
I agree. If you would have got that, I probably would have gave you double points because I would have respected it so much. Then you said Psychonauts 2, Holiday 2021, own segment with gameplay, mechanics, Series X stuff. I gave you half a point because Holiday 2021 and its own segment, not technically there because it's coming out in September, not Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said indies and PC ports. That's all you said. So I gave you a 1/4 of a point because they were there.
That's fine.
Let me make sure I did the math on this right. That's 1. That's 7.5. Yeah. So you got 1.75. And then Kevin, more Halo stuff, Halo Infinite, single player, graphics nicer. You said no multiplayer shown, but details, and then no release date. Got a release year. So actually, hold on, I'm math wrong. You got 0.66 for that one. So
hold on a second. Hold on. Did they show a release year, or they just showed the two titles saying
they showed 2021?
They showed 11/11/2022.
No.
What?
No,
That
that's
was a different game.
Starfield.
No, that
That's
was a different
Starfield.
game.
They
That was
showed
Starfield.
2021 for
Yeah.
Halo, and then in their Game
Are
Pass
you
thing, it also
sure?
said 2021. Yeah, they confirmed it's still 2021. They just couldn't confirm a release date, similar to Horizon. Hopefully the H's make it. We'll see. And then you said, where am I? Hold on. There it is. Doo doo boom boom boom. Then you said Age of Empires 4 release trailer shown, release September, beta July. You got
Beautiful call.
0.33 of a point because it's not coming out in September and there's no beta. But
That would have been a beautiful call, though. That was
it
a
was
great
good. It was
prediction
good.
on that one.
And then you
So
said
close.
Back for Blood live gameplay, developer commentary, never before seen map. Okay, you got a third of a point for the never before seen map. There was Back for Blood kind of live gameplay and developer commentary, but it was not at Xbox. This is where I want the panel to talk about it. Do you guys want to give him a full point for this?
I'd give him a full point because it's still mentioned. It's kind of the same way of like you got the double points for the Mario and Rabbids. I don't think
I
you
mean, I
specifically
brought
said
that
that was
up
going
at
to be
both.
Yeah,
but
he brought it up at both. Though.
you
Yeah.
said it was going to be at Ubisoft and
specific-
Nintendo.
Yes,
Yeah.
I sent you the whole sheet. Do you remember? I sent you the whole document where
yeah, you
all
did.
predictions
You
are written
did.
down.
I don't remember seeing that part, but okay. All
You
right.
didn't look at it.
I mean, no, I looked at it. I opened the file and took a look at it. Man, kidding me?
I remember him saying it, so
I would still give him the point. I think.
I wouldn't.
Kevin, I'm giving you the point.
Well, you
Desunoto's
going
going to say yes. Well, okay, fine. Desunoto, figure it out. Take a nap.
What was the issue?
Okay, we're giving you a point. That's about what I figured that would be at. No. You get no points for nothing so far. We're not at you yet. Speaking of Desunoto, let's jump to him. By the way, Kevin, you ended with 1.99 for there.
Oh, more than I did.
Well, that's a little bit of everybody.
I don't feel like I earned that at all, but sure.
Kevin, let me tell you what. Do you feel like you earned any of this?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I thought I did pretty good at Ubisoft.
Hold on, I don't know about that. Hold on, I gotta add up your points again. Equal this plus this plus this.
Just use the sum function on Excel.
Kevin, it's on multiple tabs. So.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a way, but it's harder.
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware. we're not doing anything crazy here. All right, Desunoto.
Yep.
You said Halo Infinite extensive revamped gameplay multiplayer release date October 2021. You got 0.66 because release date October 2021 was not there. And then you said release date Stalker 2 gameplay shown. You nailed that one, full point.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's all you got correct. You got 1.66 on Microsoft. And then I said,
Stalker reveal was great. Oh.
Yeah, it went on for a little too long, I think, but we'll get there.
See, but people
get
like
there.
Me, I like that.
We'll get there. I said Psychonauts 2 release date along with a gameplay trailer, August/September. I got a full point. It was coming out like end of August or September. I don't remember. It's one of those.
It's August, 25th or something like that.
Yeah, and then I said Starfield finally revealed. I said some other crap, 2022. They said 2022. It was revealed. There's no gameplay. It's not similar to Fallout. You can go for 15 minutes. Got a half a point. And then I said Arcane shows off their vampire game. No gameplay, just a trailer. That was the final trailer. I got a full point.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said Halo is shown and actually looks really good. Then I said a multiplayer beta, all this other crap. I got a third of a point, so 0.33 in total. So in total, I got 2.83 for Microsoft.
I mean, I think we know who won here.
The final scores are...
Yes, please, go ahead.
Fill time, I gotta check my math. Good. Everyone's doing the thing I said.
Uh-huh.
Filling time.
Uh-huh. All right.
Filling time.
In last place... You are done. In last place, but still did pretty well, with 3.99 is Desunoto.
What?
Oh, shit.
Kevin, Family Show.
You're right.
In third place with 5.44, with the bronze, Step Genesis. He came in third. Get it?
Nice. I got a bronze.
Thank you.
Awesome. There you go.
And then in second place, the former number one fan, Kevin, with 7.81. And then Adam crushed it with Nintendo with a total score of 10.54 for this E3.
Nice.
Wow.
I made it into the double digits, but we all still did horrible, considering we all gave around 50 predictions. Still, EA is not counted, as well as PlayStation, and I will keep this sheet, and we will update it. So we'll still keep this and go through it. So, but yeah.
I've awarded you. I have this lantern. He has that lantern. You have a fire behind you. Destinoto has nothing.
Wow. That's kind of messed up, but, you know, I respect it. But, yeah, that's the E3 predictions. I hope everyone enjoyed it. If anybody else wants to do scoring next year, do it yourself. If you have problems
you're not going to do it again next year?
No, I will, but if you have problems with it, do it yourself. You know what I mean?
Okay. I don't think we have many problems with it, but...
Great. All right.
It's fun to make predictions that we're all like, it's fun because when we were making predictions, we're all like, oh man, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
I'll tell you right now, after reviewing all of that, the one I'm most shocked about was the one Genesis made about the Crytek and the Crisis Remastered. I really thought that Xbox was going to announce at least one studio being acquired, and after Genesis said that I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That clicked. But no, it was a dumb prediction from a dumb man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure next year I'm gonna have to dumb it down quite a bit to temper expect. And I guarantee you, we do that, and next year is like some megaton year that like they just throw things that nobody expected for the last like 17 millennias, and everybody's like, oh my god, we should have said better things. It's just a cycle.
E3 has been running.
I'll tell you what, going through the rumors the last few months, I was like, man, I should have picked more of those rumors. I should have brushed up on the rumor. I got to write rumors down when it starts getting close to E3 and then just look back on those and go, okay, this is my prediction. Because we've talked about some of the things that were shown that I like wasn't even thought of when we were there. Like, stupidity, you know?
It's okay. It's all part of the game with E3, you know. We have these hopes and aspirations that something appears, and most of the time it doesn't. Sometimes it does, and very often, very seldom, you know, we get surprised with something we never thought would have been shown, and we were like, wow, look at that.
I was also surprised Kevin got any points for Nintendo. I was like, he's either going to get them all or he's not going to get any. He ended up getting some. So I was surprised.
Yeah. Mario Golf pulled it out for me.
Yeah, well, you know, we knew it was going to be there.
Definitely thanks to the entire panel here for participating in this. I know, Adam, we don't probably give you enough thanks, but thank you very much for doing the entire form and manning all the points. If I give you a round of applause, I'd give you right now, but I think if I do that, my child will wake up in the other room.
Well, we don't want that. I'll tell you right now, though, I don't do it for your thanks. Also, I'm still upset that when I emailed it to you guys, Destinoto was like, why isn't this colored? And I'm like, whatever, man. I just want you to know that, like, on Sunday, I spent an hour just coloring my chart and making it look nice, and I'm like, screw that guy. So, just letting you know, you jerk.
So with that, with Adam's segment done, I'm gonna give him a break, and we're gonna actually go into the breakdown of E3. So I think I really want to start with Kevin here because Kevin seems to have a lot of interesting thoughts on what's gone down and what's transpired in E3. And feel free to call on any of us if you want to have, you know, any sort of discussion or anything like that. Do what you got to do, and you start wherever you want to. But I'm gonna give you free reign to do what you got to do with this.
Do we want to go? We're going hard. We're just gonna start hard. All right. I was gonna say, do we want to go through the days of E3, and then? Because
let him have
I mean, technically, if we go through the days, the first thing that was shown is what Kevin wants to talk about the most.
Do I want to talk about it? Probably not.
Oh, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Only
go
to
for it,
just
Kevin. You do what you want to do.
All right. Oh my God. Okay, so Battlefield 6, now known as Battlefield 2042. For so long, players have been waiting for anything from this game besides leaks, supposed leaks, industry insiders, and sometimes EA themselves being like, "Oh no, it's gonna be a big game. Destruction's gonna be cool. Like it's gonna be great. Don't worry." And we're all like, "Cool. How about you like give us anything to actually back up anything you're talking about?" Well, we got two trailers. We got a reveal trailer, which was and we got the gameplay trailer, which has problems. Big problems that nobody is writing about. In fact, they're writing the opposite about. I tried to find an article anywhere that talked about the absence of destructible environments in the gameplay trailer. Everyone said it was there. I encourage anyone who's watching or anyone on this panel to prove me wrong. I've watched that gameplay trailer like 5 times. Nothing takes any structural damage through the entire gameplay trailer. Now, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that this was before they had like all of that actually finished, and it just like wasn't in like that alpha state or whatever the heck, like whenever this gameplay was recorded. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But like if this is supposed to show it off, it's not there. And my big problem with this is I pulled up two prior Battlefield titles, Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 5, pulled up their multiplayer trailers, which are both shorter than this gameplay reveal, and in both of them, they make it a point to show environmental destruction on buildings. In Bad Company 2, an entire wall is blown out by C4, and in Battlefield 5, a tank drives through a building. In Battlefield 2042's gameplay trailer, a tornado goes through an entire skyscraper. It is still there. Rockets hit a highway. It is still there. A tornado goes through like what looks like the arches in St. Louis, but we're totally not in St. Louis, and those are still there. Like the only things that are even kind of taking damage are the things that are like being picked up by the tornado, but even those are being thrown as whole things. Tanks don't blow up. Nothing happens to helicopters. Nothing happens to people. Like, what? There is no destruction shown in any of this, yet you touted it. And you also made it a big deal that Criterion was helping out with Battlefield. Criterion does explosions very well.
Hmm.
Okay, my rant's done. Panel, what do you have to say? Did anybody watch those trailers, by the way?
Yes.
So I actually only got to see the Battlefield 5 one. I didn't watch the Battlefield Bad Company because I didn't realize why you had them in there. Then I realized
my
afterwards,
bad.
I was like, oh, okay. No. My fault. I didn't, Adam clarified for me and I chose to ignore it.
Oh, okay.
Um, so I will have to agree with you on the gameplay trailer because when I rewatched it, it really did not show almost anything. It was just
I will
very
say,
bad
the parts
cuts.
that were cool, the zip lining from building to building and like the gunplay around that, that was cool. That was gameplay.
But the
The
problem
wide
is
angle
everything
shots
got
with
cut
number of
up.
players, cool. But yeah, that was it. It was cut everywhere.
It like you need okay. So when you're showing up a shooter, you need a proper segment of a game of the game to show off. Like okay, this is your shooting mechanic. These are how the environments look. This is how enemies react to you. Like if
Right.
you're showing a sizzle reel of multiplayer or gameplay. Obviously, at this point, we just know it's a multiplayer game, so it's a multiplayer gameplay at this point, right? This is not. We have never seen this game before. This is not the time for you to show a sizzle reel. You show that maybe before launch or whatever, something like that. You're showing us as if we've seen this game hundreds of times already. Yeah. This is all your gameplay. Here you go. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Have a taste of whatever you want. Like no, that doesn't work that way. It's like I don't understand. The initial reveal trailer I was interested in because I saw the storm and everything, and I thought it was pretty cool looking. But the gameplay trailer, I think, turned me off from that game. And I've already said this before. I think I'm going to have a decision to make on what shooter I'm going to invest in this
Mm-hmm.
this upcoming holiday season with. I know Extraction's coming out. I know this is happening.
Halo.
Halo's. I mean, I'm not buying Halo.
Call of
But
Duty, whatever
yeah,
they
the
show
Call of
that.
Duty, and then there's one other shooter that I had seen and I can't remember now. I don't know what it was.
Back
Something
4
else
Blood.
we were. Yes. Well,
What was
yeah,
it?
yeah. Back for Blood. That's not.
Oh, yeah.
Is that shit? Yeah, yeah.
It's a shooter. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Extraction.
it. Yeah, I
You said
mentioned
that.
Extraction.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you? All right.
You know, it's gonna be very, very tough to compete in that. And I think Call of Duty, especially if Sony does not, if they do have a panel that they have not talked about yet, or a showcase that they haven't talked about yet, right? And let's say they surprise everybody with a showcase and it has Call of Duty in there, that's a perfect opportunity for Call of Duty to come in and just blow Battlefield out of the water. Because
Yeah.
they did a terrible job at showing this game off. They could have had a proper segment, shown multiplayer. Look, this is how it's supposed to look. These are any enhancements made on the new consoles. You know, here's why you should buy the newer edition. They made, I mean, they have all these deluxe and ultimate and all this online, and there's like,
Yeah.
there's no why am I gonna spend $120 on the deluxe? You didn't even give me a reason as to why I should buy it.
That's fair, actually. Yeah.
You know, that's my thought on it. But I was initially excited to see what this was, and then gameplay got shown. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I do want to
Meh.
interject real quick too, just to
Yeah.
clarify something for everybody. I realized that Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 5 trailers I had people watch for reference were called multiplayer trailers, as because both of those games had a semblance of single player. This does not. They've confirmed that. So gameplay is basically synonymous with multiplayer.
Also, the trailers you provided were like CGI. Well, the Bad Company one was CGI. Mostly. It
No,
wasn't
was it?
actually. Yeah, it was. It wasn't actual gameplay.
That was gameplay. That was rush mode. The bomb was planted and it blew up at the end. That was the siren
Yeah.
thing at the end.
Yeah, but it was clearly highly edited. Like it didn't.
Oh,
It
sure.
it didn't actually represent gameplay. It's supposed to.
But
It's supposed to, but it clearly doesn't. Like the same as this. This one more so was closely, or was closer to gameplay. Um, the Bad Company trailer did show destruction quite a bit, especially I think with that building like blowing up at the end, and there's also a lot of screaming. There's way too much screaming in that trailer.
there wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, there's way too much.
That's not in the game.
See,
I
now
don't
you
think.
know. It might. I don't know. That game's loud.
It's been a while since I played Bad Company 2.
I played Bad Company 1. I don't think I ever played 2. But it was just for the single player. But whatever.
Single player, yeah.
The 2042 gameplay trailer, I actually just watched it as you were talking about it. I mean, you do see a helicopter crash into a building and explode. Then it cuts away. You also see an ATV. Well, it cuts away from the building to even see if there's an aftermath of. You don't see like the lights on the building flicker. You don't see anything like that.
So,
but it cuts away so quickly. And then when you see that other helicopter get hit by the ATV on the roof, that explodes, but it also cuts away really quick. And then you see the tornado, and you see it looks like it passed through, but it also just looks like it's a separate game that it's showing. The trailer is so highly edited, and it cuts away at like all these important key moments to see any destruction. Like you see a tank driving over a car, and the car looks like it was already flattened. And I'm like, I don't know if it was, but I didn't see the tank drive over the car to even get there. It's already on top of it by the time we cut to it. Yeah, and it's so weird. And I was reading, and it said that it's pre-alpha footage or alpha footage, whatever the hell they're calling it.
Okay, I thought I read that, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't say that.
Okay. It does say that. So I think the destruction is not something yet implemented in the game, and that gets me kind of concerned for the release date. But also, Genesis made great points. They put out like, hey, look at this highly edited, first the CGI trailer, and then this highly edited gameplay trailer that cuts away, but it has the music and like your generic like get pumped for this, and it's done really well on YouTube, and it's been trending, and it trended on Twitter, and like it's blown up, and people are like, I'm all for this. Then they see that price point, and they're probably like, what the hell is this? But I think we'll see more of it. We'll definitely see it in July, and I think that'll be the make or break point for a lot of people. I think people will they'll either fix everything, or people will start to come around and see your point of view of where the hell is all the destruction that you've touted. Like, I have seen a lot of articles, like you said, where people are like, "Wow, this looks great. Destruction looks cool. Explosions look cool." Yeah, the half a second of an explosion we saw looked pretty sweet. Like that helicopter going on that building in the distance. Oh, that looked awesome. Oh, it's gone. Okay, well, like it's not enough. It's not enough for me to decide. And even for an E3 teaser gameplay trailer, there was no need for it, in my opinion. But I'm not going to ever buy it. I'm not the audience for it. But you know what? I'm boycotting it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna make a quick little thing here. As much as I hate Ubisoft, and I hate everything about them, and I hate them, and I hate them.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I really hate them. But
yeah, we've heard.
When Far Cry was shown with the season pass, if Battlefield did something similar to that to explain what we're getting in a deluxe edition, or like what you're getting as part of this $130 bundle that you're gonna pay for, that's what they needed to do, I think, in my opinion. But now that yeah.
Sorry, go finish your thought. But
finish your thought.
Now that you mentioned that was pre-alpha, that's insane. That we're being shown pre-alpha, and the release date is October.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, they did poll a bunch of their
absurd.
studios to be like, "Come work on this." Also, we're scrapping the single player because we're trying to get this out.
That's absurd, though. So you're charging people $80 for a single player. I mean, a non-single player game that we don't even know if that's proper. That's pre-alpha footage. We don't even know what the beta footage looks like.
Wait, didn't they fix the pricing? Was this the game where they put out weird pricing?
Yeah.
But then they fixed it.
The first day it came out.
It's not
on
80 anymore. It's still 60 and 70, right?
However,
or something like that?
Okay.
The first day it came out.
One of the bundles, it's whatever the middle one is. At least on the PlayStation Store, says something about cross-gen bundle.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why, because you can just buy the base game for either system. I don't know why you would have to pay more to get cross-gen.
Both. Yeah,
You know
I don't understand that.
Unless
Call of Duty
they're
did that for a little bit, and then they corrected it. It did not. Nothing on these covers mention an upgrade system. But hold on a second. Hang on. None of these. If you look at any of the game covers for Xbox or PlayStation side, neither of them mention smart delivery or free PlayStation upgrade.
Yeah, I would assume it's not a free upgrade.
So I would assume why they're probably charging for that cross-gen.
If you buy it on base, then you own it for base.
I mean, is that really shocking?
You had to pay for Call of Duty, didn't you, Kevin?
All right, fair.
If you own the PlayStation 4 of it.
Cold War updated. Yep.
No, you paid for one of them.
You paid for either the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 version.
No, I remember there was an upgrade cost for a game that you paid for.
Oh, no. You know what? I think there was an upgrade cost for Cold War, but I think it was only like $10.
Yeah, it's probably 60 to 70. That's what the...
No, I think it goes up to like 90 for that bundle, because they bundle it with a bunch of other digital stuff.
No, but
so you have to have the price for all
he's
of
just talking about the upgrade in general. It would
just
only be $10.
Not with all the battle pass, whatever the hell it was packed in.
But
next gen upgrade is $10.
Why isn't anybody making an issue about a multiplayer only title being over $60? Even if it is on next gen, nobody's making an actual deal about that. Everybody's fine with that.
I can't comment on that.
I don't comprehend that. I'm like,
what? There's a lot of games that are just multiplayer that sell for $60. A lot of them are going free to play. But it doesn't seem EA is doing that. So
I don't
it's the same model.
To do anything pro consumer anyway, but
Apex Legends is free, but
yeah, but how much microtransactions is that in that game for you to actually be able to do what? Okay, if I took Rogue Company and compared it to that, Rogue Company actually gives you access to get everything that you need to get without a microtransaction in place. Does Apex do that?
Probably.
You can get everything, you're going to have to grind your ass off.
Yeah, a lot of the free-to-play games now, it's like, as long as you play it for a while, you'll get stuff. There's kind of been a good balance lately with
it's
stuff.
totally
I mean,
worth
there's,
it if you
yeah.
can just fork up the money for at least the battle pass in
See,
Apex.
EA
You'll get
does
a lot
things like
quicker.
that, and then they do things like Jedi Fallen Order, where they just give you the PlayStation 5 upgrade for nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I think the reason they do that is because they know people will pay for the upgrade for Battlefield. They know that kids are going to get Battlefield in October, and then Christmas or what holiday is going to come around in December, and they're going to be like, I want to play Battlefield. So, hey, $10. Give me a little $10 PlayStation card or an Xbox card and upgrade it. Done.
Okay.
I see.
So.
Okay. Destino, do you got any thoughts on Battlefield so far?
I don't like that whole no destruction thing they were like showing so much.
Mm-hmm.
Or they weren't like really focused on that at all. It was more just like
A lot of
making
edited stuff.
It was like a Hollywood movie trailer.
Yes. I would actually agree with that. That's actually a good comparison right
that's
there.
like
Point, yeah.
Yeah.
because they were even trying to
for a
match
movie.
all the sounds that the guns were making with the soundtrack they had in the background, which also had to match with the cuts that they were making in the gameplay. And it all just seemed like something Fast and Furious would do.
Yeah, well, Fast and Furious will show you the beginning of an action scene and then cut away because it's like, go see the movie, you want to see the cool balls to the wall action scene. Or they'll show you like a middle of it where Vin Diesel's flying in the air after he got hit by a car. I don't know how any of that makes sense.
Or they'll show you the part where Vin Diesel's like, I play games with my friends, but I play Xbox with my family.
Wow. Vin Diesel is here, ladies and gentlemen. Vin Diesel has a weird laugh, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting weirder. But yeah, it's definitely a Hollywood trailer. That's what most video game trailers are now. They're just like high production, except the Outer Worlds trailer. That's the only one that's not.
That one was great.
That was fantastic.
That was a great trailer.
Really fantastic.
We'll talk about that when we get there. But
yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry. I know I took a huge chunk of time for this.
No.
This is what it is.
If you want to pass it to somebody else, you can.
Hard.
If you want to pass it to somebody else, you can, or you want to keep going with something else, please do what you got to do.
Kevin, give us something you liked at E3. Let's balance this out. Yeah, what got you?
Sure. Why not? Rainbow Six Extraction certainly did. Wow. It looked real good. I also like how, correct me if I'm wrong, when they showed off Siege, they tried to have a game being played, and they had the worst freaking voice comms ever.
No, they didn't do that. Yeah, they didn't do that this year. The only people who did that was
That's what they did with Siege, right?
Yeah, back in the day, yeah, they didn't do that this year. Thank God.
So with Extraction, what I actually really liked is how they did Extraction, because they showed gameplay. There were people playing through the gameplay demo, whatever you want to call it, that they showed, but they had a developer or someone doing a voiceover explaining what was going on and certain game mechanics and stuff like this as it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. It got you, so you were able to look at the thing and be like, oh wow, that. But what is that? Oh, that's what that is. Okay, cool.
Yeah. The perfect way to show a game is the Ghost of Tsushima State of Play, where it starts off, and you just hear the developer go, "Hi, I'm blah. This is what's going on. I'm taking you through this. Skip to the important stuff. This is what this stuff does. This is what this stuff does. If you want to learn more, go here. I'm handing it over to the next person. Also, here's a couple clips of stuff. Similar to the Ratchet one. Don't do dumb commentary. Ubisoft nailed it with Extraction. For some reason, they showed a trailer, and then they went out, started talking to developers, then they went back into the gameplay, and then there was that. I don't know what the hell that was about, but when they finally got into there, it went on long, but it wasn't annoying how long it went.
No, yeah.
Even me, I'm not going to play that game, but I was listening oh yeah, so you got to save that person. Interesting.
Oh, speaking of saving people, okay, that's I think the coolest mechanic in this game. So it's a co-op shooter up to 3 players. You choose your operators just like you would in Siege, and if anyone goes down, there's a I'm assuming you can help them and avoid them going into stasis, but like they'll go into stasis if you don't, and then they're taken away by these whatever they are, and you have to go rescue them. You cannot pick them until you do. Like that character is gone. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a really cool mechanic.
Interesting. Now, let me point something out here. As I've read through the Reddits and the NeoGAFs and the forums and the 4chans and all this lovely things, because that's what I do, I've read nothing but negativity for this game. I don't
Oh
know
yeah, that's
why.
because no,
The
I do
internet.
know why. It's the internet and it's the Rainbow Six crowd, and well actually really the Tom Clancy's crowd. All right, so Tom Clancy's crowd. All right, you got the Rainbow Six crowd, which
Mm-hmm.
thinks that anything that has Rainbow Six appended to it just needs to continue the Rainbow Six storyline that they've been
Mm-hmm.
going through, and all of
Mm-hmm.
them want Vegas 3 to be like the
Yeah!
next game in the Rainbow Six line. And
I
Vegas
played
2
Vegas
was
1
back
and
on
2,
like
baby.
Xbox 360 or something like that.
Yeah, it's been a
Um,
while.
so they all just want that game and that game only. So when they
Mm-hmm.
went out and made Rainbow Six Siege, everyone was like, "Oh, wait a minute, why are you doing this? Why are we calling this Rainbow Six?" Like Tom Clancy's rolling in his grave. Don't know why they say that. Like they have to keep putting Tom Clancy's name on Rainbow Six because it's his IP, unless something has changed there. Like,
Now, remember how in the trivia thing they just kind of used his name when it's not really even related to anything at all?
I mean, but if you're gonna use Rainbow Six, he wrote
They
the book.
they literally use his name as a marketing tool. They do not actually have to use it. It's literally because
Oh,
people will.
news to me. Okay.
Yeah, it's not news. You were at the trivia. It was there. You just don't
I
remember.
mean, sure. I don't remember it. No, I mean, I just figured they'd slap it on there because he wrote that book. I have it. Um, but no, so that's the Rainbow Six crowd. Then you have the Ghost Recon crowd that also went bananas when Ghost Recon Wildlands came out because they were like, this is an Advanced Warfighter 2. And then you have the Splinter Cell crowd that just wants a new game. So, like, if it's not one of those three, or it's not a remaster of a game that's already out, no one wants
Mm-hmm.
anything to do with it. But yet, like, how many people play Rainbow Six Siege? Like, millions. So.
Okay, good point on that. Because
Well,
I'd seen
let's
that. I'm
remember,
like,
not as much as Payday 3 or Payday 2. Just remember,
Payday 2,
not
yeah.
as many people
Payday
play anything else.
3.
Payday 2
Speaking
is
of
people pay the most.
Payday 3 did get teased, I think, during E3, I believe.
It did, yes, I
Yep.
believe. At some
And the
point.
guy was like, Payday 2 has the biggest community on Steam.
I don't know if that's true, but okay.
I think everyone who watched that was like, I think that guy just lied.
So, I mean, I appreciate you clearing that up for me, because when I looked at that, I was like, there's a lot of negativity around this game where people just don't want to
Yeah,
see
no.
this.
So basically, there's
They're
so
like,
much of
no.
that noise that anybody who has anything positive to say, they've given up at this point. Like,
Yeah.
if you looked immediately after it was announced, people were like, "Oh man, this looks cool," but like now, forget it.
On launch day, you'll see
Okay.
like 1 million people playing that game and like 10,000 people being like, this is garbage. I'm never buying this.
Yeah.
And like 6
I
months
may have a
later,
proposition for you about this
no,
game,
sure.
Kevin, after the chat, but we'll talk about it afterwards.
Ooh, I smell blowjobs.
Okay. All right, Kevin, you want to
Now, hold
continue with
on.
your
Hold on a
positivity
minute.
about this, or would you like
So,
somebody else to take
no,
the
hold on. Now
mantle?
we gotta touch on this.
Right.
No, never
I
mind.
wouldn't
That's another
recommend that. Family show. Kids don't know what that is.
Anyway, no, that was really all I had. Like, it looks really solid. It looks like Rainbow Six Siege gameplay, but they're trying to make a one-off event that people. I'm pretty sure people really enjoyed the one-off event. They're making a standalone game. They're gonna have drops if you own both games and play both games. There'll be drops in both. Like you'll get credit basically for playing both.
I did see that. If you own both, there's like something you get in both games, yeah.
Yeah. Um, it'd be really cool if somehow they were able to like maybe not like your exact account and like mold it into both games, but like progress toward unlocks if they were unified. So you could keep getting unlocks in like both games at like the same rate or whatever. Or like if you swap back and forth, you're working on the same progress toward the next drop or whatever the hell it is in the game. I don't
Interesting
know what to
idea.
call them. That would be cool. But I don't know. We'll see if they do it or not.
I have a question for you, Kevin.
Do it.
How many years until Sam Fisher is a playable character in Extraction?
In what?
How many years until Sam Fisher is a playable character in Extraction?
In Extraction? I mean, he could be there day one. He's already in Siege.
I know. That's why I'm asking you how many years. You think day one?
Trying to think what they could do with his abilities.
Give him half
I
a
don't know
year
about
before
day
he's on there.
one. I would say second year.
Second, that would be my
When
guess
they,
as
like,
well. All right.
when they add more like game modes and stuff, because like
Yeah.
that's the thing too. You have to assume that like if this does well enough, they're gonna do a similar thing with its Siege. So you're gonna have new maps, new game modes. Well, I mean it's still co-op, but like new objectives and stuff to do. There'll probably be an evolving storyline, and who knows where this is gonna go. I'm excited.
Good.
Rainbow Six Siege is on its 6th year right now, and like it's still kicking. So
Too old. Gotta put it down.
For Honor's on year 5.
Yeah, we can put that one down.
For Honor's got to go away. Oh my god.
We can close that one up.
Honestly-
Chivalry 2 came out. We can close that one up.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah, we could. Yeah.
For Honor 2 would probably be a really good idea for Ubisoft, but we'll see if it happens.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right. Who do you want to pass the mantle on to?
I don't know. I'm gonna just keep going around clockwise here. Genesis,
All right.
balls in your court.
Cool. So I think I'm gonna do the same format. Something I didn't like and something I actually liked. I may pick something later, but when we go around the circle, you can come back to me. Let me go over what I didn't like. Ubisoft. All right. Let me go over what I did like. So I actually gave a round of applause to Xbox with their overall showcase. Definitely out of all the shows, theirs was definitely the best.
No.
And I'll just go through kind of the whole thing in a couple of sentences here. Is just their overall showcase of games, great showcase. Halo looks good again, great. I'm happy for all the Halo people out there. And you guys are gonna actually get a well-polished game. Looks real good now. Multiplayer looks great. Samurai Halo looks really cool. I didn't know they were gonna do that. I was like, oh, okay. Samurai armor looks pretty sick. Some of the exclusives. So I have a question about this now because I've seen this come up before now. The Medium was announced as a console exclusive when it was originally announced, I believe, in the 2020 or 2019 Xbox E3. Okay. And now it's coming to PlayStation 5. I know they made a distinction this time around with some saying console launch exclusive, some saying console exclusive, some saying Game Pass Day 1. Quite a bit of them saying Game Pass Day 1.
I'm pretty sure they used launch exclusive before.
Yeah, they used that for the Medium. It was a console launch exclusive.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay. The timing for them is very short. Xbox does not seem to care that they buy very short bursts of exclusivity because that was like 6 months of exclusivity and that's it. It's
6 months to a year. Same with Tomb Raider and the other games they've bought exclusivity for.
It's getting shorter and shorter. Forza looks great. I think they spent too much time on Forza. The
magic disappearing roof of the car.
I mean, listen, the roof of the car was polished. They put like...
Okay, there is a difference between polish and just putting a mirror on it.
Listen, they put a lot of wax on it. There's a big, nice Carnauba wax coating on the top of that hood or roof, and it just makes it look great. So,
did anybody watch the Xbox showcase in 4K afterwards? Because it was uploaded in 4K. Forza looks amazing. Like, it looks really good. It looks good in that 1080p stream, but it looks... wow. Highly recommend actually looking at that and muting it because they do that dumb dialogue. that we were
probably end up doing
planning
that.
about. Yeah, highly recommended. It is a pretty game, and it's coming out this year
Yeah.
too. So
Did they confirm this year? I can't remember.
yeah, October 9th or something like that. October something
Okay.
or November. I don't know. It's one of them.
So they have Halo and Forza coming in November? Okay.
I don't know if it's November. It might be September, October. It's one of them. It's fall.
Okay.
I mean, it's not the year crowd, so it should be okay.
Yeah,
Stalker
that too.
looked great. Starpoint, I know, finally got not Starpoint, Starfield. What's Starpoint? I don't know what Starpoint is. Starfield.
It's a PowerPoint I made, I guess.
Yes. Had to add in Starpoint. Starfield looked, for everybody who's waiting for it, it is finally confirmed as an Xbox/PC exclusive. Xbox went hard. I think they went hard. I think they definitely wanted to capture people's attention, and a lot of the headlines say that. A lot of the headlines were like, this is Xbox laying their cards out, saying, listen, here's why you need to buy an Xbox. And it was, I think, very, very well needed for Xbox, because up until now, there was no reason to buy an Xbox. The entire first half of this year, there was absolutely zero reason to buy one of those. Now you have a couple of reasons to buy next year, and I'm sorry, at the end of this year, and many reasons to buy next year. I would not be surprised if we actually see a price cut on the Xbox come next year. Not be surprised at all. Overall, that mini fridge also, I completely missed that segment, and I only saw the mini fridge after the fact, and I was like,
Did you not
they
know that
announced
was
a
coming?
fridge. I only saw it because when Xbox started up, I was out there washing my car. I came back and I dried it off, and then I came inside, and I was listening to some of it as I was just driving back home, and I heard the Stalker 2 stuff, and then I heard something else right after that, and I was like, I don't know what this is, and I tried rewinding to see what it was, and I couldn't find it, and I was like, you know what, forget it, I'll just look at it later.
So that
I missed the
mini
Xbox
fridge,
mini fridge segment.
the mini fridge was teased. Well, when the Xbox Series X was first shown off, people memed it and to make it look like a fridge, and then Xbox played into that, and they had a giant custom fridge made, and iJustine was in a video with it. And she was like, hey, look, it was like a marketing thing. Be like, hey, look, this giant Xbox Series X. Haha, it's actually a fridge. And then they were like, hey, people were like, make a mini fridge. And Xbox Twitter was like joking about it. And then Aaron Greenberg, like the main marketing guy, he put out a tweet, and he was talking about how, like, if we could probably get a team to see like what we could do about this. And then now, some months later, it's real. And I plan to get one of these. I've always wanted a mini fridge, and I think that mini fridge looks cool, and I just want the meme factor of it. Because that's awesome as hell. I've been following this thing since day one, and it's fantastic. I'm so excited. It's probably going to be more than an Xbox Series X.
I would assume so. I would assume quite.
We'll
so.
see. We'll see what they do.
If
it's $199 or less, if it's $199 or less, I'm in.
There's no way it's gonna be $199. That is impossible.
Why wouldn't it be less than $199?
Because it's Microsoft.
It's
yeah, it's Microsoft though.
Yeah, but did you see the dimensions of it compared to an actual Xbox? They posted that up to. It's pretty big. It's not gonna be $199. It's gonna be upwards
it's a mini
of
fridge.
Yeah, it's a mini fridge. Yeah, it fits a lot of cans. And I'm like, ooh, I can get so much Loganberry in there. Hey, yeah.
It'd be like $100, $150 maybe.
I don't think it's going to be $150.
I swear, Microsoft with their pricing, I just don't believe them. It would be that. I would love it, but I just don't believe it.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be anything like that.
Atomic Heart.
My Atomic, yes, the grandmother with the ladle. Yep, that was we went back and forth on that being a console launch exclusive or console exclusive. It is neither. It is just a multi-plat game they announced.
Yeah.
I did pull up a list. I think I posted in the chat of somebody going through all the games that they announced, and almost like I think it was like a good 75% of them were all coming to PlayStation 5 sooner or later.
So that list is all unconfirmed dates on it though. Because it says 3 to 6 months on like console launch exclusive. Like we don't know. It could be 3 years. We just don't know.
I don't think Xbox ever gets
I
the
don't think
long
so, but
console launch
that
exclusives.
dude is
They
just
don't.
spitting out numbers.
I'm sure he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
broken.
are you working at a hotel? Somebody at the desk?
Did somebody check in? I'm going to segue into what is going to be, I'm sure, Desunoto's topic, but my favorite thing that was revealed here was finally Fatal Frame coming back on other consoles. My God, that was a long time coming. But I don't know how they did that, because Nintendo owns the right or the IP of Fatal Frame. I don't understand how they're putting it on other consoles. That makes zero sense.
I have a
They
question.
own that IP.
Maybe they don't.
What?
No, they do. I've
What?
read multiple sources that confirm that they own that IP.
When did they get it?
They got it back when Fatal Frame 4 was being made, because that was exclusively on the Wii and did not come to any other console, because 3
Doesn't mean they own
was
the
the
IP.
last. No, I looked it up. I was like, okay, does this actually mean that when the Wii U one was announced for 5, they already owned the IP to it? That's why it was only appearing on their consoles. They bought that from Koei Tecmo. Koei Tecmo still develops everything for it, but Nintendo publishes that, and that's theirs. So I don't know how they're putting it on other consoles. I don't understand.
Maybe
It's not like a
whatever the
deal they
deal
made
they
with
had.
Sega.
Oh,
It's not similar to a deal they made with Sega like Sonic with Sonic. It's that's theirs, and I don't know how they're doing this, but okay, I'll take it. Listen, if it's coming on PlayStation 5, please give it to me on PlayStation 5. I'll take it any day of the week, please.
So in 2012, it was reported Nintendo co-owns the IP.
Okay, but they
maybe
still
that's
co-own it.
Yeah,
loophole then.
yeah.
They
So
don't
that's
fully own it, so
yeah. They don't fully own it. So if other people are like, "Hey, we want this on other things," then it's going on other things.
Yeah, because all the places I've read is that they own it.
No, co-owned as of 2012. And then Koei Tecmo still partially owns it because as of 2018, they advised that they still believe it's a valuable IP.
Oh, definitely, it's a valuable IP. When that came up, I was watching the YouTube and
As
Twitch
of
chat, started blowing up.
2020, Eurogamer reported that ultimately it is up to IP co-holders Nintendo to decide whether or not a remake will happen of the terrifying series.
So it's
So
up to them where that goes.
Nintendo does decide things.
Well, that's just if a
Apparently.
remake's going to happen. And also,
That's
that
what.
guy
I
is
guess, yeah.
saying, hey, it's up to them. Stop asking me. I don't believe you. I'm going to keep asking you.
Okay, but yeah, I mean that was definitely my favorite segment out of the entire in the entirety of E3. I gotta say this year, uh, not as good this year. And I was really hoping for Sony to come through and say, hey guys, we're gonna have a show on like June 20th or June 24th or whatever, and stay tuned for that. Like, you want to see E3? We're gonna show you E3. Like,
I think
there's no time for
E3
that.
was better than previous years, but not like the best years.
no, no. There's some years that are definitely better. I would
Yeah,
say
no, I'm
quite a
not.
bit,
I'm
quite
not
a
saying this
few
is the
years were
worst
better than
E3.
this.
That's what I'm not saying. I'm saying
This ranks in like some of the bottom of
I wouldn't.
E3.
I would say some of the conferences do. That's for sure. Koch, I'm looking at you. Gearbox, I'm
Overall, I
looking
would
at
say,
you.
because literally Xbox and Ubisoft were probably the only two decent conferences, because I really can't say that Nintendo had a fantastic one.
Xbox, Devolver.
But Devolver's always like that. I don't they
That's still a
look.
good conference. The Wholesome Show, the Summer Games
What
Fest
was the?
wasn't terrible.
I only had two things in it.
It had two things you cared about, but there's also many other things. I was still mostly entertained. I watched every E3 show except Bandai Namco because I forgot all about it, and then I didn't watch the 2K one because it was about diversity and not games. I didn't watch it. It's not for me. I after watching all of them, there are so many awful conferences this year, especially Koch and Gearbox. Those were both terrible. Like, the worst. Koch, probably the worst conference I've ever seen in my entire life. Just because of how boring it was. And honestly, I recommend you watch it just so you understand. Take-Two, again, they said, hey guys, this is a diversity conference. And I was like, cool, I'm not going to watch it because I'm here for the games. Diversity is great. I did watch the opening speech by that guy. It sounded like they had a great company mission about everything. But like, I was like, I'm here for games. Sorry, guy. So I left. And then I saw racist YouTube comments. Again, I told you about those. But like, I skipped that. I was like, hell no. But yeah, Koch was the worst because they showed 7 games in 2 hours, and it was 20-minute developer interviews with canned questions that didn't line up with the canned answers 90% of the time. And when I say they showed 7 games, they showed like a 10-second CGI trailer for one game. They showed a trailer that said gameplay trailer that was 2 minutes. That showed no gameplay. That wasn't even in engine, and it literally said gameplay trailer. None of it made sense. It didn't have to have a conference. Gearbox was the same way, where they were like, they at least kept it short, and I thank them for that. But they were like, hey, let's awkwardly interview the director of the Borderlands movie and a couple of the stars, and then let's show the silhouette photos that were released publicly 2 weeks ago. And then here's some game stuff. Very little. So that one sucked. But there was a lot of good stuff. Like the indie showcase was good. The Wholesome one was good. Not games that I'm gonna buy, but I was still entertained watching them. So in a rating of E3, E3 as a total this year, I'm gonna give it a solid 7.
God, I'd give this one a 5.5.
Yeah, that's when you only watch 4 conferences.
I watched the Ubisoft one. I heard everything from the I actually watched the Devolver when you guys were watching it. I didn't see the first like bit of it, but I watched the rest of the Devolver. Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, what is it? Warner Brothers. I didn't watch because you said they only showed one game.
It was Back 4 Blood. It was like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Borderlands I tuned into and then I turned it off because I was like, this, I have nothing to do in this. Square Enix, the Summer Games Fest. I think I only missed, 2 shows?
Yeah, I mean, from what you've named.
Wholesome and something else I missed.
You missed PC Gaming Show, the Indie Direct.
It was hot garbage.
It was fun. It's not that it was garbage. It just didn't have anything of note.
Yeah, PC Gaming, Indies, and Wholesome. So I didn't watch 3 out of the rest of the conferences. I can give a solid rating of a 5.5 from that.
The Developers one? Developer Showcase, hosted by Tim Schafer.
Was anything good in there?
Yeah, there were. I mean, it was entertaining to watch because it showed games. Honestly, that was probably one of the better conferences.
But was games shown there?
Oh yeah, a bunch of games, a bunch of actual gameplay, release dates, a bunch of games were shown.
Forgot about Razer.
Oh, Razer. They didn't show any games,
I didn't watch Razer.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We don't have to count that one, but Razer highly recommend.
I still watched the majority of it at that point.
You did watch the majority, but you got to go back and watch other E3s. The pacing on some of these things are awful.
I don't want to talk about E3s. Anyway, so let me segue over to Desanoto here. I already know what he's going to talk about because this is the only thing he's going to be talking about for the next couple of months anyway. But why don't you take the next segment here for us?
Okay.
Hold on
1 second.
He's gotta get that person's alliteration all straight.
And he's drinking his tea. Give him time.
Yep.
It's actually strawberry milk today.
Strawberry milk.
Nestle?
Yes. No, Hershey's.
Hershey's, okay. Powder? Or the syrup?
The syrup.
Oh, I did hear the stirring. I figured that was tea for some reason. Yeah. Do you stir tea? I don't drink tea.
I had tea earlier, so I was like, tea twice? Maybe not today.
Tee twice, then you're golfing. You know what I mean? Might as well go 18 holes. Kevin, did you like that joke? Thank you.
I did. Adam, when are we going again?
When I'm thin, I don't know.
So in layman's terms, when I don't know, maybe never.
I don't know. Pick me up. We'll figure it out. After Denny's. Probably before Denny's.
Yeah,
Not sponsored by Denny's. Not
we can
sponsored.
play.
Now, we're sponsored by
Instead of
Denny's.
actually playing golf, we'll just keep playing our balls
What?
until we get to Denny's. How about that?
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure.
We're sponsored by Denny's?
Yeah, Denny's is actually like, anybody can be sponsored by them as long as we're not going to prison, because that's usually who goes to Denny's.
Prisoners go to Denny's?
Oh, yeah. That's why prison food is a grand sandwich. You know what I mean?
Are you gonna promote any specials that they have at this moment?
They test all their food at prisons. I'm serious.
Oh, cool. So that's another. Go ahead.
So
They don't test all their food at prisons. Denny's, please sponsor us.
the thing I was most looking forward to was a new Metroid game, or not a new one, but an update on what they were working on for the past 5 years.
Well, you got one from 19 years ago, or whatever math is. 16 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we talk about that real quick? They said
It was
that it's been 19 years since the last 2D Metroid. That is false.
the last new one.
Oh, new.
A new
Did they
entry.
specify new? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Last
because there was a
new
remake, obviously.
2D entry.
Yeah.
Because Samus Returns came out, but that was not it was more of just a remake thing.
Yeah, the remake of 2.
Yeah.
Which I think had the same title.
Yeah. It was just Metroid 2 instead of Metroid Samus Returns.
Right.
That was the
was it.
original.
Okay, yeah. Good game.
So they did say they're still working on it, which is what they said the last time that it came up.
And the time before that, logo.
Yeah, the time before that. Well, when they originally showed the logo, was that still it was Bandai making it?
Yes.
I think.
Bandai was making it at that time.
So they had the logo.
Then
now
it's
stopped.
rebooted.
They redid the game.
And
now it's Retro Studios since 2019, and now they're still working on it. I'm just really pissed off because they ended up starting a new game, basically finishing the new game, because it's coming in October, and they're still working on this.
To be fair, this game has been teased for quite a long time, and I think this has been in development for a very, very long time. Some would say
I don't know when they actually started development though, because I'm pretty sure it was just an idea back 15 years ago.
I think I was talking to Adam about this originally. This was an idea that they had after Metroid Fusion. So whenever Metroid Fusion was, I think 2004, 2005,
2002.
2002. Oh God.
Yeah, 19 years.
Rumors of this one popped up in 2004, from what I could tell.
Yeah. So the idea came to fruition in 2004. The premise for this game was supposed to be established in 2011 or 12, whenever that Metroid Other M game came out. But because that game did so terribly, this game was then put in almost like development hell, where they were not sure if they wanted to do something like that. Because I started reading up after Adam had posted that one. I started reading up on Metroid Other M and how this is because obviously it's very similar to 2.5D platformer. This hinged on on the success of that game in itself. So I don't know how long this has been in development for. I would assume quite a long time, definitely longer than Metroid Prime 4 has been in development for now. But this game I think has been something that people have been anticipating for quite a bit of time, because I think it was first stirring around properly like 2008 or 2009. People were expecting this since like 2013, 14. right after Other M got announced, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna get a new Metroid now because this was the first spin-off they were doing, or next entry, if you would think that." But that ended up just being a spin-off because it had nothing to do with the entire series.
Hmm.
But yeah, go ahead with your thoughts on Metroid. If you wanna, you can take the title and do whatever you gotta do.
Hmm. I mean, it looks very interesting. But I feel like that robot thing just is weird. They just inserted it there as like a extra thing that's just like dumped into the game. I mean, I don't know how they got the idea to do that, but it seems like a Mr. X type of situation from Resident Evil 2, whereas this thing's just chasing you around, and if you get touched by it or punched in the face, you could die. And this one
It,
is
it,
insta-death.
yeah, it looks like from the trailer it's instant death.
If you get
Anytime they,
caught, you're
and
just
yeah,
immediately dead.
yep.
Um, you said something about the respawn points being closer together instead of further apart, like how it used to be, to kind of combat that insta-death thing they added in the game. Um, I don't know. It just seems weird. Like, without that robot, the game probably would have been fine either way. I would have still played it without the robot, so I don't know why they decided to drop a
Well,
robot in there and say,
I
oh,
mean,
it's gonna
look
hunt
at
you
the
down.
title of the game. It's called Metroid. Well, initially they showed Metroid 5, which I think that lines up correctly because Fusion would have been Metroid 4. This would have
Yeah.
been Metroid 5, right? Because there was a Metroid 2, then a 3, which was Super Metroid, and then yeah, this would have been 5. So Metroid Dread, it's definitely going for a horror element there. The Dread title alone is an evidence of that. The robots added in add a factor of something we haven't had in Metroid, I think, before, which is a threat that you can't kill, that consistently runs after you. Unless I'm wrong, which Kevin, if or Desonoda, if I'm wrong with that, let me know. I don't think there's been an,
There's they showed they tweeted some hyper blast thing you could do to it and you can kill it, but then that would mean there's more than one. There's not just one. So
yeah, because doesn't
I
the
guess there's
green
more
one
than
chase you
one.
too? That
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
like
I
turn into
noticed there was a
stone and it
green
doesn't.
one.
Yeah, it scans for you, but if you turn like almost stonish, it looked like she turned into. It doesn't
Yeah, there's
see. Maybe it's
some
scanning for like life forms.
I don't know if it's an item or an ability you can use and you just like turn into some statue like thing and then it'll scan and go away. I don't know how many times you can use that or, what it is that you're using, but there's that. Uh, I mean the gameplay looks pretty evolved though.
Let me ask you what you think about the suit.
It looks different because it's not the fusion suit. Or
No,
maybe it is the fusion suit and maybe something happened and she had to like uh tune it up or something.
because that's the first time I've ever seen her wear a white suit like that. Besides the light suit, which is more grayish than white, that is the first time I've seen a white suit on her.
Yeah, I mean you could still kind of see the hints of blue and what other colors were on? There were some
Purple,
colors.
purple and blue on the original fusion
Yeah,
suit.
so there's some hints of that. So I suspect it's still the fusion suit, but they didn't really talk about what she's
Modified
wearing
version of it, maybe.
either. Yeah, because there's still a good amount of light blue. Um, the same like red orange color that all her main suits are like known for. But yeah, there was a good amount of white too on that. Oh, cool. Her visor, they changed the visor slightly too. There's a little notch on the top of the front of it, which I thought was weird. I was like, oh no. So it looks like compared to the older suits, they just made it more pointy instead of like an indent. Um, if you compare it to like her Metroid Prime suit, or if you compare it to like her other M suit or Samus Returns suit, it's really like a whole triangle thing on the top. I don't know. It looked kind of weird, but overall it looks good. Her suit. Hmm. But yeah, I will probably have to buy a Switch now because
You
there's no
had
other way
me
to
telling
play
me
it.
I might have to buy a Switch for Fatal Frame, but then they got announced for everything else. I was like, thank God I don't have to buy a Switch now. Thank goodness. I'm so happy.
Hmm.
I don't have to buy a goddamn Switch now. You could eat some bag of wieners, Nintendo. I don't want to buy a Switch. Is that all you got though so far?
Yeah, I just really wanted to see something more of Metroid Prime 4, but I guess I just have to wait longer now.
Probably. I'm telling you, you're not gonna see that game until 2025.
Not too long.
No, I don't think you're gonna see anything. I think you'll see probably the first trailer in 2023. I don't think you're gonna see anything of it next year. You got to remember they rebooted it 2 years ago. That's gonna need time. It's probably not even gonna come out on a Switch. It's probably gonna come out whatever Nintendo has next. But anyway, all right, cool. Adam.
What game did I see that I liked? Oh, Trek to Yomi. It's like a side-scrolling Ghost of Tsushima looking game. It was at
Yeah.
Devolver Digital. It looked cool. What else? I mean, E3 wasn't really for me. I really only play like Sony games. I did like Atomic Heart. I thought that looked cool.
That was the game that caught your eye the most, I think, throughout this entire thing. You were like,
now Trek to
I
Yomi
want to
definitely
see
caught
more.
my eye the most. I was pretty high up on that one. Atomic Heart though,
Because
the trailer for at the Xbox showcase, I was like, what's going on here? It starts with a unicycle, and there's an old lady carrying a ladle, and then there's some shooting. It just looks like a lot of fun. Will I get it and play it? Probably not, but like, it's on my radar. What else? I added a couple games to my list. Hold on, let me pull that up. I added a list, made a list, checking it twice. To find out which game looks nice.
ready or not, here he comes. He's gonna bite you in the
Whoa.
lice.
What? Ew.
The lights.
All right.
Oh,
Santa Claus
Origami
come
2
into
looks
town.
kind of fun.
You ever played the original one?
No. Probably won't even play this one. It looked like, again, Ghost of Tsushima, but like jank.
Everything looks like Ghost of Tsushima now.
But like jank. And then there was a game called White Shadows that looked cool. I don't know anything else about it. It was in like black and white. It was kind of pretty. I think it kind of looked like Limbo. Kevin, I think you were there when I talked about this one.
Yeah.
12 minutes.
That wasn't Somerville.
Yeah. Well,
I was insistent upon that being Oxenfree too, and it totally wasn't.
Definitely not. 12 minutes. That looks cool.
It does look cool.
It looks interesting. Pretty sure that's
really interested since they first announced it.
Yeah, it keeps
really
looking
cool.
interesting. We'll see about it. And then
that's the one game I missed. I don't know what that thing is about.
We've talked about it
top-down
before.
view thriller game.
Like it.
Yeah, remember where the first time we saw it, we thought it was like a Hitman game because it looked like Hitman was killing people from top down, and we were like, "What the hell's going on here?" And then it was like 12 minutes with James McAvoy, Willem Dafoe, and some other people. It looks cool. I think that's a console launch exclusive on Xbox. I'm not sure though. Pretty sure though.
It is.
Kevin confirmed. Console launch exclusive on Xbox. And then Outer Worlds 2 trailer. I think people like you guys at least know. I really like the first Outer Worlds, but I want to love it and I just don't because the game the structure is weird. But it's one of the funniest games I've ever played. It's a very funny game.
The second one is exclusive to Xbox now.
Yeah, I own a PC. It's not an issue.
Yeah.
So I'll just get Game Pass for $1 for 3 months, and then play it and cancel my subscription. That's what I've been doing if I want to play stuff. But yeah, that looks cool. It's like 2022, I think, but that seemed. I don't know about that. We'll see.
Hang on a minute. Didn't that say console exclusive?
Yes.
I don't know.
So how would you play it on Game Pass for PC?
It's coming to PC as well.
But then it's not console exclusive.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is.
PC's not a console.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I always forget the semantics of this. Oh, God.
It's all what's the dumb wording can we say this time so people, the general consumer, thinks it's only on ours? Console exclusive, perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that trailer was really funny. Probably the biggest surprise of Xbox's show, or honestly all of E3. I just did not expect they would put a trailer out for that so quick, since they just did DLC for it. For the first one, and then the one I think I was the most surprised with, Riders Republic. Riders Republic. Kevin and I were like, "Wait a minute, what's going on with this? This looks fun.
Looks fun.
This looks real fun."
Not $60 fun.
Not $60 fun. I agree, but like it reminds me of like we're gonna have a Wreckfest style compilation when we eventually get that game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's a Ubisoft
When
game.
we
It'll be
play
like
those
$20
bikes
in 2
with
weeks.
like the 50 people online. Ooh,
Oh,
it's
it's gonna be
down.
great. It's gonna be great. And then Far Cry 6. This show's boring. Sorry. Far Cry 6 was it didn't look great at Ubisoft's show, but it looked better at Microsoft's show. I don't know why. Also, the villains thing, I still don't know what that is.
Did you say this show is boring?
Yeah, it was a joke because I yawned, and it's my segment of me talking, so it was a joke on me. It was self-deprecating. Don't worry. Hey, self-deprecating, not you.
I'm still gonna file an HR complaint now because that's self-deprecation in front of me.
If I could think of something clever with HR.
Hi, HR.
Oh, Kevin's HR. I forgot to tell you. I hired him.
Where was Kevin when I needed him for HR? Oh, God.
In Rome, apparently.
In Rome? Great. What? Oh, all right. Well, whatever.
Going off a character.
I get it. Yeah, Far Cry 6. I'm still confused on what the villains DLC thing is.
Dude, you get to play the villain's perspective, right? Isn't that what it is? The resurrection, you get to play as them?
So what you've said does not clarify at all what it is. So you get to play as their perspective. It's also included in the season pass. Is it a DLC and I'm going to get one episode every couple months? Is it like all of them at once and it's only an hour experience? They literally explain nothing about it except, hey, look, this looks cool. Do we get to play like only great moments from the games they were in? Are they all meeting somewhere? Like, it just did not explain anything, which is understandable.
They're meeting for dinner at the house, and they're all going to talk about how happy they've been burning in the pit of hell.
And how much electric costs.
Exactly.
So, a couple things about that. So, it showed the young father. The father is old because he's in New Dawn. I don't know if New Dawn is supposed to be like not really the timeline because nuclear warheads went off, but like it shows him young, but it's like 60 something in New Dawn. So I'm a little confused on that. So I have questions. I usually never buy the season pass. This will probably not make me buy the season pass. But with Ubisoft games, they usually go on sale pretty quick. Bundled with the season pass for like $20. It's usually the sweet spot for me. So, and then I didn't have anything I hated except Koch and Gearbox.
Gotcha.
So, Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm torn. I have no idea. I have no idea how I feel about that game. They had that weird off-brand Marvel Cinematic Universe look. I'm glad I got a point for predicting it. Other than that, Looks like it can be cool, but also looks like it has that Square Enix game jank.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hmm.
Kevin, you got anything else?
It sounds real weird, actually.
The
I'm reading about the villains DLCs
oh
on Ubisoft's main website,
Oh yeah,
and it sounds like there's actually survival modes.
yeah. See, see.
Like, okay, so it does clarify that uh, the season pass will allow you to get these 3 DLC episodes. So they will be separate DLC episodes. But it also says that it's set in the twisted worlds inside the minds of each character that features locations Far Cry 3, 4, and 5. Each DLC will see you getting stronger the longer you survive by unlocking perks and finding new weapons. Each time you die, you'll start over from scratch and use the knowledge you've gained to push further into the villain's psyche. Whatever the hell that means. So I don't really know that you're going to be playing through like even a storyline. This seems kind of jank.
Yeah,
Quickly thrown together.
like the idea is cool. I really wish like there was a rumor that it was going to be like its own separate game.
That'd be cool.
And I wish that would have been it because uh, I would love to play as Voss for a full game, or I mean Pagan Min I didn't really care for in Far Cry 4. And then the father is cool, but again, not really a character I could see us playing as. But I mean Voss really is the only one. Let's make a game about Voss. I think we figured it out. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay. Sorry, back to me it was?
yeah.
yes,
Alright, so Battlefield is out of the way, so now we'll just talk about all the other stuff. Alright,
yes.
what did I really like about E3 so far? Or
It's
so
over.
far. No, it's over now. Yeah,
Oh.
that's right. Um, Stalker 2. I did not expect to get that much out of Stalker 2 there.
Yeah, you were talking about that
There's
for quite a
some
bit.
story going on. I don't know if it actually pertains to the game or not, or if it's just, characters around a campfire, and that's just how they decided to present it.
Thanks
Um,
everyone.
but it looked
Sorry.
cool. It looked very pretty. It looks like they still got similar gunplay. I think the recoil is still there. It didn't look as extreme, which is kind of a little off-putting because I liked how realistic that game was and how hard it was to fight if like you just go full auto on things. Um, what else? A shocker for me was Metal Slug Tactics. That came out of nowhere, and I want it, and it's already on my Steam wish list because I'm a sucker for tactics games, and Metal Slug is amazing. It's not a tactical game; it's a side scroller that's really freaking hard, but I'm there for it. um, Salt and Sacrifice that blindsided me, but probably because I don't like actually look up news for gaming until like I see a trailer for something, and I'm like, that's a thing. um, Salt and Sacrifice is gonna be fun. I played Salt and Sanctuary like religiously until I beat that game. It was great, good time. Um, Axiom Verge 2, I'm excited to play that. Riders Republic, like Adam said, looks like a fun one to keep an eye on for when it goes on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Sale of
Uh,
3 or 99 cents.
no, like 20. Uh, 20 or less. um, what else? What else? What else was good? I can't remember. Like, Project Warlock 2 apparently was in the PC thing. Um, Project Warlock was like one of my favorite first-person shooters for like single-player content as of late. Um, you gotta not mind the graphic style that's in that game because that's gonna hurt people's eyes and make them cry. But if you can get past that, it's a really solid game. I think that was really it for me for like things I'm excited for, things that were sad. Really, just the stuff that wasn't there. There's a lot of stuff that I really thought should have been there in one form or another that just wasn't. No mention of Dragon's Dogma 2. Capcom's thing was like super disappointing overall. There was basically nothing. They had the longest segment was about freaking Street Fighter 5 and the Capcom Pro Tour.
Yeah, I don't know why they spend so much time on that.
I mean, yeah, okay, Sony, you bought it. Congratulations, but why are you showing this at E3? And then Gearbox, that was, I don't even know why. Like, Tiny Tina's Misadventure, whatever the hell it's called. I don't remember what the damn title is. That was literally in like every freaking panel except Gearbox's. Like, they didn't even do a deep dive there.
They showed the trailer again. Same trailer.
They showed the trailer again.
Yeah. That trailer was shown 4 times at 4 different shows.
Yep. I don't know. Goodness. I had a bunch of stuff that I was like, oh wow, none of it's there. Surprised Wolfenstein 3 wasn't a thing. That breaks the yearly streak of Wolfenstein games or DLC.
Still time.
Yeah. Koch Gaming, whatever it is. That was
Cock Gaming.
wow. That was something. I whatever article we found, we're like, oh yeah, they're bringing 12 games. I tried real hard to come up with the actual games that I thought they would show off, and none of them were there.
Yeah, I got no points.
That like were in the news like recently, and people were hype about, like Time Splitters, not there. A Tropico 7 game, not there.
Yeah, it was new IPs and smaller random things.
Right. What games did I write down that like I can't even like remember what I actually did. It was so depressing. This E3 was just like most E3s where I'm just like, I could take it or leave it. Because I just wanted more out of it.
I think the big thing is that just because Sony's not there. Sony hasn't been there for the past 2 years, so it's just...
I have nothing for Sony.
Yeah, but there's at least hype that gets built there.
I mean, I guess.
Hype's also built with Nintendo and Xbox, I get that, but like, Sony's had that ever since like 2015-ish. Sony's starting to have that track record of, what are they going to show now? What are they going to show now? What are they going to wow us with now? What are they going to do now?
Sony does have that going for them.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft doesn't, really. Like, yes, this time they had the strongest show, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I still would argue that, like, okay, cool. So, like, is this just going to be a one-off year, or are you going to, like, come back next year and do the same thing?
I would hope they come back next year and show off more stuff. There's still a lot of stuff that they haven't shown.
Too, but I don't have that expectation for them, because they're not that good, usually.
No.
They still have a lot to prove.
Nintendo's problem
they still have a lot.
Is this freaking Treehouse thing. It's nice. It's cool. Do you really need to show 40 minutes of Mario Golf?
Nintendo needs to
Mario Party playthrough?
They need to rethink what people actually want from them. The Metroid, good. They got that nail on the head. Awesome. Breath of the Wild 2, great. The Mario segment, always going to be there. There was not one mention of Pokemon. There was not one mention of like additional things coming, like IPs that they've already established.
Yeah.
Nothing with Donkey Kong.
Indie.
Nothing for indie. They just have all these ports coming in, and then all these low-res games come. I'm like, what is this? What is this? I don't understand this. This was the third time they mentioned Monster Hunter Stories, besides the Capcom one, and besides, I think, one of the other shows mentioned Monster Hunter Stories.
Did. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, you guys are... Like, you guys started off strong with what's his name? Kazuma coming in from Tekken. Great start up there. Kazuya. Coming in from Tekken, and then just dropping the ball like right away. Wario Land was another good one that they showed off. Like, they got to do more like that, I think, to capture their audience. There's Nintendo fans that say, oh, it was a great conference. I think the general consensus with that conference was it was probably a C+, maybe a C-.
It showed Breath of the Wild 2. It's an A for most people.
Okay.
That's like saying, okay, we see we have a Sony State of Play, and Spider-Man shows up, and it's an A+.
See, no, it's not the same. Because Nintendo fans are there for that. Sony fans, some may be there for Spider-Man. General population is there for Spider-Man. But, like, Nintendo fans, all of them are there for Zelda.
No, he's got a point. So like it's the same thing with me with Ubisoft, right? Like I was like, oh man, Ubisoft was amazing, and you're like, well, Rocksmith took forever. I was like, oh yeah,
Rocksmith
it
took a
kind of did,
while.
didn't it? But that's because Extraction was such a high point for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be different for everybody, but yeah. I mean,
Metroid Dread was probably a high point for a lot of people, but at the same time, you're still lacking some of your main players there, and Nintendo's had E3 after E3 where they're just bombing it. Like, this was one of their, I think, better ones over the last couple of years that they've had. The last couple of years have been pretty rough for them, except for when they mentioned maybe Super Mario Odyssey or when Breath of the Wild was initially announced. I think other than that, I can't remember any good conferences that came out where people were like, "Oh my God, this is it! They saved us. They won."
General consensus with Nintendo
That they have.
Nintendo conferences they're good. That's the general consensus.
But they're good on what you see. This is what I don't get. They're good on what account? It's like they show two things out of maybe 18 or 15 games that get shown, and the rest of the games are garbage. And you're like, okay, so this
That's
is
an
the
opinion
two.
that you have.
Okay, so out of Breath of the Wild, Metroid Dread, Wario Land, and Super Mario Party, and I won't count Mario Tennis, Mario Golf in there. I'll count it with the same Super Mario, so just Mario being mentioned, and Smash. So 5 things. They showed off maybe 20 titles, I think that's what they said, over 40 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll even throw Fatal Frame in there. Everything else, you can forget about it.
I mean, I care about none of those.
Okay, you don't care about any of those.
Yeah,
but those are the main 6 things that would appeal to Nintendo fans. Everything else that nobody cares about.
No, that's not true. That's just not true.
You have niche audiences, niche at best for those games. For those the other maybe 14 games that they showed off, if there was a total of 20, I can't remember how many there were. 6 of them are for the main like fandom of Nintendo. The remaining 14, they're niche. They're very niche. There's not the majority of Switch players are not waiting for those games to come out.
I would agree with that.
So,
but the majority of Switch players are not watching Nintendo E3.
What?
I would actually agree with that.
Majority of people who play Switch are not watching E3. You got to remember that people who watch E3. It's not that many. It's not as many as you think.
I wouldn't be watching E3 if we were doing this.
Yeah, there's 120 million PS4s out in the wild. Mm-hmm. There's now around 9 million PS5s. How many of PlayStation people, if there was a conference, do you think would watch it? You think it's 120? You think it's 100? You think it's 50? You think it's 40 million, 20 million, 10 million, 5 million?
So what did the state of play for Horizon for views get on YouTube?
Last I looked, it was at like 2.5 million.
Okay, yeah, you have a fair point then.
Yeah, like, again, the hardcore of Nintendo were happy. And that's who they have to go for. Xbox, the hardcore of the hardcore were happy. Ubisoft, I don't know if the hardcore of the Ubisoft fans were happy. I'm sure some of them were. But we still got a lot of games missing there. Xbox, the horizon is open. Like, they're finally... Yeah. They've been gathering a team for the last 6 years, and they're finally doing something with it, it seems.
Yeah. And I think I still hold my judgment on the Nintendo thing, though. Nintendo just needs to step it up.
It's all based on an opinion, so yeah, you can. It's just, like the hardcore's happy, and general consensus is they are happy. Like that, there's Wii games that are coming back that I was like, what the hell are these, and why are these trending on Twitter in the U.S. in the top 10? What the hell is this? What is that game? 1 and 2 are coming back? Something with an A?
Yeah, something like that.
Area Fighter, I don't remember what the hell it's called, but that was a big thing.
It had a 1 and 2 in it. I don't remember I don't know what the exact title is, but I remember 1 and 2.
But yeah, that was a big thing for some reason. That trended.
Advance Wars? Is that what we're talking about?
Is it Advance Wars? I don't know.
Advance Wars, I
1
think,
and
is what
2
it is.
remake?
Yeah.
Reboot, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was trending, and I was like, what is this, and why do people care about it?
Oh,
Kevin, I
excuse me.
completely stole your
Advance
segment from
Wars
you.
is
I
huge.
apologize. If you want to
There you
finish up what you were talking about, go ahead.
I think you said he was done. That's why we jumped on him.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about with E3?
Yeah, kind of.
Please go ahead.
I'd say this is probably the last thing we talk about real quick. We talked about this with Kevin and Desunoto. So after E3, we got release date for games. So I figured we would predict some scores. I added 5 games.
Yes.
So I got to get everybody's score.
Absolutely, please.
We're gonna save that one for last, I think. Kevin, you know. Forza Motorsport 5. Genesis, I'll let you go first. What do you think Forza Motorsport 5 is gonna be for a Metacritic?
Wait. Forza Motorsport 5 or Horizon?
Forza Horizon 5, I think he means.
It's all the same.
No, there's 2 different ones.
I'm aware.
They're 2 very different series.
81.
81, interesting, okay. 81. All right, Desunoto, what's your score for Forza Horizon 5? Why did I type Motorsport? What an idiot.
87.
87. Kevin.
82.
82. I'm going 91.
Ooh, shooting high.
Really?
Yes.
That's possible.
Yeah, Horizon 4 has a 92 on Metacritic. So, before we move on, everybody want to lock in their scores or update them or change them or?
I'll update mine to 85.
All right. 85. Anybody else? Everybody else good with their score or?
88.
1 whole point.
Ooh.
Kevin, you good with yours?
I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna hold strong.
Hold strong. All right, cool. I'll have to get Cthulhu's, whatever the hell his name was this week. Guardians of the Galaxy. This time we're gonna start with Desunoto. Could go either
80.
way. 80. Solid.
Actually,
Here we go.
77.
Let me see. There it is. Just gotta do formatting. There we go. 77. Kevin.
Yo.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, 75.
I'm going to go. Oh God. I'm gonna go 81. I'm gonna go higher than everybody. And Genesis. What is your score?
80.
80. Okay, we're all basically in the same area. Is everybody happy with their score? Anybody want to change anything? Anybody want to lock it down? Are you all good? You all moving on?
Lock her down.
Lock them down.
With some chains and balls and gags.
Whoa.
Lock her down.
Okay, Hot Wheels Unleashed. I'm gonna go first in this one. I have no idea, so I'm gonna go a clean 75. And then Genesis.
62.
62. Ooh, you might be right. Desunoto.
87.
87?
Oh,
Oh,
I forgot he is a Hot Wheels fan. I forgot.
all right. I mean, if all of you are reviewing it, Kevin, what's your Hot Wheels Unleashed prediction?
55.
55. I believe that is your lowest score. Let me just double check. It is 10 below Prince of Persia remake. So, it's 6 below Skull and Bones. So,
Prince of
respect.
Persia remake should have gotten a 30, and Skull and Bones should have gotten a -3.
Well, they're both crossed
No, it
out
wasn't
because
E3.
not coming out. This next one is for just Desunoto, House of Ashes. You never gave a score. Just to let you know, Genesis gave it a 75. Kevin gave it a 66. Casey, whatever. He gave it an 80, and I gave it a 71. So, House of Ashes, what do you think?
79.
79, all right, I respect it. All right, Genesis, pick A or B.
C. B.
All right, Genesis, what is your score for Rainbow Six Extraction?
Oh, 78.
Wow.
I think it's gonna have a few things wrong with it when it comes out.
100%.
And it's just because it's a Ubisoft title.
What do you give Rainbow Six Extraction?
73.
73. I'm gonna give it a. I think they're gonna figure it out this year. I'm gonna give it an 82. I'm a positive guy. What can I say? Kevin, Extraction, score
70.
70. All right, not good sign for me. All right, Kevin.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. Rainbow Six Siege got 79.
Yeah. I think they're gonna figure it out. Kevin, will you do me the honors of giving your prediction for Battlefield 2042?
80.
Wow. All right. Desunoto, Battlefield 2042.
Give me one moment.
Yeah. Did you need meta scores or something?
Yeah.
For
They're
what?
not pretty. They're all over the place.
The past few.
Battlefield 5, 73.
On the downturn.
Also 81, but also 78. But mostly 73.
Battlefield's like to hover around the 80s, except for the ones where everybody's like, this is shit.
Yeah, mid 80s is usually what it's at. Except Battlefield
80.
1 got an 89. You gonna do 80?
Yeah, I don't
81,
know why. I don't know how
actually.
that got so high.
81. All right. Genesis, Battlefield 2042.
Uh, 69.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Going with the risky play.
I'm gonna go super risky. I'm gonna give it a 2042.
He's gonna give it a 42.
20 and 42 together.
So,
22,
okay. So here are my thoughts. I think Genesis is going to be the closest because it's a multiplayer only game.
Nope.
What? What do you mean nope?
I think that the reviewers are gonna be so blown away by the fact that it's a 128 player game, and the scope of it is gonna make the score.
I agree
Madden's
that
a
some people
256 player game.
Yeah, some people are going to be blinded by that. But also, when it launches, I don't think that's going to work very well.
It's gonna be broken. It's gonna be broken.
So I'm not going 69, and I think 81's too high. So I'm gonna go a nice clean 76.
I was gonna say 73.
You polishing your numbers over here? Put them in Chrome?
What?
Oh, you keep saying a nice
A nice clean.
A nice clean. Alright, and then Casey's numbers we'll have to get. Let me just make sure I got all of Desunoto's numbers.
Didn't you name him Cartel or Coachella?
It was Chivas or something. I don't remember. I kept forgetting, so I just kept... Turtle. It's Turtle. It doesn't matter.
Turtle.
It's not real. And then I have on here, under maybe games, I have Dying Light 2, 12 minutes, Shredders, Age of Empires 4, Axiom Verge 2, and Riders Republic. Those are under maybes.
Dying Light 2, I thought, is coming out this year, right?
Yeah, it's December. I just don't know if we want to put it on there.
Put it on there.
Does everyone want to put it on there?
Sure.
Put it on there.
Alright, give me one moment.
Hop on there, ride it a little bit, go up and down a little bit, put it on there.
Are you okay?
Ride it.
Bop it.
Squeeze it.
Twist it. Dying
Eat it.
Light 2. Style man. Alright, does you notice since you want it on here, what is your score for it?
For what?
Wait, what?
I just wanted to make sure he was paying attention. He's starting it though. Desunoto, what's your score for Dying Light 2 Stay Human? I'm so confused, guys. I'm so confused. Do you want a moment?
70.
70 is not a valid number. Please try again.
79.
79. 79. All right. Genesis. It's Kevin's turn. Kevin, what's your number?
What?
Let's go with a nice, cool 76.
Ooh, should have put a glove on. That was too cool.
Out of the fridge.
That was too cool. Genesis, you have the honor of going third, similar to your predictions.
What?
I'm gonna give you a scorching hot, smoking, scorching, barbecuing 89.
I respect it. I respect it. So, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 81. I would go 79, but Desunoto already said that, so I'm gonna go 81. All right, so
79.
So 12 minute Shredders, Age of Empires 4, Axiom Verge 2, Riders Republic. Is anybody against any of those?
I'm not against any of those. Maybe Shredders, I think I'm against.
Yeah, I'm against Shredders.
Shredders is gone.
Thank you.
What about Age of Empires 4?
Can we just not do that with Ubisoft? Like, if I'm against Ubisoft, can we just make it disappear like that? That's amazing. Can you do that with other things?
No.
Ubisoft is gone.
Oh my god, my dreams come true. What did you say? Age of Empire 4?
Yeah, none of us are gonna play it. And also, like, do we even care? You know?
I think I'd ask Kevin.
What?
Age of Empires 4?
I don't care.
Okay, so take it off.
Taking it off.
Or if we put it on, or,
12 minutes we'll keep, but that still doesn't have a release date as far as I know. Well, we're not adding it yet. And then Axiom Verge 2 doesn't have a release date either. And neither does Riders Republic. So I'm not adding them yet. Anybody have any other maybe games they want to consider?
I think we're forgetting Metroid Dread.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys want to add that?
October.
Yeah.
They
What
come out this year?
October?
October, yeah.
A
Yeah, put
B
it out. Put it
C
on.
D E F G H I J K L M N O. Oh,
H-I-J-K,
we got
wanna fuck a
hey,
dick.
we got no
Oh.
M's here. Wow, look at that. This is our first M game.
Mature. M for mature.
No, not that.
Sexual themes, nudity,
No,
drug use.
stop it. Stop it. Nobody's doing any of that.
Sexual violence.
Metroid Dread. Let me just make sure all of these are in the correct.
Dismemberment. Blood and gore.
Sexual dismemberment.
All right,
Fantasy violence.
All right, you psychos. Kevin, what's your score for Metroid Dread? We're starting with you.
Ooh. 88.
88. Wow. Okay. Genesis. What's your score? Metroid Dread.
94.
94. I guess Desunoto, what's your score?
Hold on.
I was Googling. What score that game in 2002 got.
Googling, oogling, mooglin, pooglin. Googling, oogling, mooglin, pooglin.
I'm gonna
Googling,
say
oogling.
Oh, he's having a stroke again.
this is
Googling.
a big move,
Big
and
man. Big move. Big mom. Big.
Shut up.
Big. Big mama. Big daddy. Big mama.
94.
So same score as Genesis. That was worth the wait.
Big daddy. Big
I'm gonna
explosion.
go.
Big diarrhea.
I see Horizon. I gave it 91, so I'm gonna give this one a 90. Is everybody happy with every score they gave today, or any other suggestions?
I do have other suggestions.
Kevin, what are your other suggestions?
About Mario Golf Super Rush.
No, I already said no to that one.
Why?
I honestly, I just don't care.
Okay, let's do Mario Party then.
No.
Okay. He asked for suggestions and then shoots them down. All right, cool.
Well, yeah, they're suggestions. I didn't say give me the ones I'm going to put in.
Okay, all right. Sorry, Fuhrer.
Wow. Really? Really now? Is that what we're going with?
Anything else we have to put in here? I don't think so. I don't think anything else is coming out this year, right?
I mean, probably, but
So I'm trying to look up right now.
not what we care about, you know.
Fatal Frame 5.
That's a remake.
I mean, it's still gonna get a rating.
Yeah, we would have done the Mass Effect trilogy, but we didn't because
we have Halo Infinite already. Obviously, Forza we have already.
Diablo
2 Resurrected.
That's also a remake.
Oh, okay.
We did have Prince of Persia remake, but we only added that because of how crap that game looked, and we just thought it'd be funny.
We have Back 4 Blood in there already, right?
Yep.
I thought. Okay.
Back 4 Blood, Battlefield, Biomutant, Breath of the Wild 2. That's 2022. I gotta cross this off, son of a gun.
Take it out of there.
Every day sucks a little more, and
Oh, me.
there is a hole
No, I think we got everything.
B5. We need a B.
B for bitch.
7. What?
Oh wait, is Sifu coming out this year?
I don't think it actually has a date.
Ah, shoot.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's an update for a game. I was gonna say Death Stranding Director's Cut, but that's the same Death Stranding. Never mind.
No, B13. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Boom. There we go. 513. Trash.
Riders.
Are
No,
you
you took.
freaking like?
Riders Republic is not it's this year, but it's not actually dated, so I don't trust it.
Okay. Well then.
Son of a biscuit.
That was him popping. Alright, I think we're all set then.
Yeah, I don't know what we're just waiting around for. I was waiting for Genesis to end this.
Oh.
Any moment,
No.
Genesis, any moment.
Oh no. He needs help. Sir, speak to me. No, he's dead. You gotta take us out.
Nope, I'm here. Sorry. All right. So that wraps it up for our post E3 crafting a chat episode 45. What?
I'm doing Excel stuff. Don't bother.
Oh, okay. All right. We will actually see you guys next Tuesday again. We're kind of go back to our normal, I think our normal thing next week unless something else happens in the meantime. And unless Sony decides to have some surprise conference that nobody knew about. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this E3 coverage we brought to you. We'll be back in our normal segments next week in our normal setting as well. So the E3 won't come back till next year. As always, everybody stay safe out there.
Next week, Serious Sam 4 review.
Oh yeah. Okay. Probably it might also have a Ratchet and Clank review depending on how far I get in that as well next
We
week.
could do a joint review on that bad boy.
We could probably do that. See you guys next time on Crafting and Chat.
Shit.
Alright.
See you later, guys. Twitch.tv/crafting and chat. Starting too late. YouTube. Bye.
Bye.